your turn to ban. You really gotta pick a hero. You got 10 seconds left. 5 seconds, Morty. It'll be fine.
Punch! Forward!
Oh, geez, Rick, we're in some real trouble. I know, Morty. Just follow my lead.
Whatever.
I owe you one.
Right.
You're a goddamn hero! 30 seconds to game start.
They're hard of hearing. Whose house? Whose house? I'll do the honors. Good plan.
Oh, right now it's on, baby.
Oh, geez.
You know what's better than first blood?
Little
Nothing.
talk.
First blood.
Here I come. What's this here? Ah. Uh-huh. You got it. Get over here. Uh-huh.
Emma's
Aye,
going.
words. Can't eat words. Something's rotten. Who is there? Oh, yes! Head now!
That was questionable at the best.
Coming through! Keep an eye on her. Blasters!
Double kill. Oh, man.
What's next? Oh, yeah.
Your bottom tower's under attack! You know, Morty, it sometimes feels like they don't even care.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, your bottom tower's under attack.
Here I come. Need mana. Animal. Right. Try to run. Right to it. Denied. Ominous, that is. Ah, deep breath, boys. Who's counting? Head now.
Wubba lubba dub dub!
Never happen again. Ah. Coming through. Ah, good idea. Waiting in. Ha ha! Look at me. Forward. Whatever.
Ownage.
I'll do the honor.
Go, whoa, killing spree. Oh, everyone bow down. Oh, accident. It was an accident, I bet.
Here I come. Right. Yep. More like that. Keep an eye on her. Get away.
Whoa, killing spree. Oh!
Yes! Das ist smell good, don't it?
Oh, your bottom
Ominous,
tower's
that
under
is.
attack.
Bounty! And a little bit of corned beef. You got it. Uh-huh. Right.
Hey, Morty, guess what's not there?
The bottom tower.
Here I come.
You know, Rick, I gotta tell you, my bottom tower
What
is
to it?
looking pretty good.
Morty, bottom tower under attack.
Oh!
What a mess.
Your bottom tower's under attack.
Order.
Your bottom tower is Gonzo, baby.
It's all fake. It's a bunch of crazy fake nonsense.
I'll do the same for you. My fiends.
You know, Rick, I gotta tell you, my bottom tower is looking pretty good.
Morty, bottom tower under attack.
Oh!
What happened?
Oh, geez, Rick, the top tower's getting hit.
Time for a little butchering.
Your top tower is under attack. Your middle tower is under attack.
What is here? Safe word.
Whoa, initiating killing spree mode.
Oh my god!
Morty.
He's dominating!
You better hold on to your hat, because now it's a mega kill. That's 5, baby. 5. There's no accident anymore. This isn't an accident now.
Radiant just fortified their structures! You know what I'm talking about? Oh, your bottom tower's under
Good
attack!
plan. Yep. Get over here! Everywhere I look, now your insides are lovely. Keep it on. Heading out.
Oh, your top tower's under attack.
Oh man! Oh jeez, your top tower's as good as done!
Lightning.
Oh, middle tower's under attack.
Dickens. Count retain.
Oh jeez, middle tower's under attack!
Here I come.
Ooh, Dire, you gotta fortify them, their structures. Good work. Ooh, your middle tower's under attack.
Oh man, your middle tower just got destroyed!
Hooray! The enemy's bottom tower is destroyed. Hooray!
I'm gonna need bigger paints coming through.
Holy crap, Rick, he's unstoppable!
Right. Good idea.
A bounty which my matriarch will prize.
I meant to do that. Right to it.
Morty, watch out! It's a killing spree! Double kill.
Let me show you something.
Oh, Rick, he's dominating now! He's dominating like we got ourselves a triple kill here, Rick!
Morty, quit acting like a detective.
Dazzle. Good plan. Keep an eye on her. Arcane power! What is here? Here I come! I'll do the honors. Aha. Oops, was that me? Ominous, that is. Right.
Killing spree.
Tough old bird. Seems he was... Mister! Whatever. Let's get intimate.
Oh, jeez, he's dominating! I can't believe what we're seeing! What just happened?
Whoa, mega kill. Uh-oh. Mega kill.
Well, I needed to sharpen my cutlery anyway. You got it. Yep. Take a deep breath.
Whoa, they took out the enemy's top tower!
Whoa, you just unlocked the positive encouragement soundbite.
What's this here? Dazzle! Ominous, that is. You got it. Forward. Head now.
Face me, but not unskewered.
Morty, who was that? Oh my gosh, Morty! He's from Boston because he's wicked sick!
Was that good? Right to it. Right. Breathe your last. Fortified by feast. I'll do the honors. Here I come. My gratitude. Keep an eye on her.
Man, you might as well save that energy, because Radiant just fortifies their structure. Oh, the enemy's middle tower is gone. Serve them right.
Take me. Oh, yes. Good plan. Oh, oops, was that me?
Ah, the enemy's bottom tower. It's gone. We did it. Nice! It's like that song, Lump Lump a Nop Noops a Noop Noop Noops.
I'm not ready. Yeah! Here I come. Illusion. Lightning. Oh, you see that? Delicious. Bit of a hack job, that. Coming through. Right. Oh, yeah, silver edge. Good idea. Oh, yes.
Welcome to the split shop.
Aye, aye. Good plan. Something's rotten.
Oh, come on! The middle tower's under attack!
Forward. Uh-huh. Here I come. Here I come. Haste.
Your top tower's under attack.
Smells don't it? Right. I'm under attack.
Oh boy, your top tower's under attack!
I'm under attack.
Dum-dum.
Nice on the block. Waiting in. Right to it. Ah. Yep. What is here?
Oh jeez, your top tower's under attack!
Oh, your top tower just took it right in the you-know-what. They're swarming your top barracks right now.
Yes! Oh, skin you back.
Your top barracks? Yeah, they're gone
Keep
now.
an eye on her.
Jeez, man, they're getting whooped.
Arms like
Well, you don't have any top barracks anymore.
whatever. Well, let's see you try. Ah, good idea. Coming through. I'll do the honors. My cleaver's getting busy.
Dark light!
Hello? Can anyone hear me?
Double kill.
It's a killing
Oh,
spree
man.
over here. Oh man, this guy's dominating.
We should start calling this person triple kill because they got a triple kill.
What happened? Where's
Oh, they will rue this day.
coming through? Forward!
Oh, Omega kill!
breathe, you lot.
Oh man, what? Get up on out of here, cause Radiant just fortified their structures. Your middle tower's under attack. Come on.
Oh boy, your middle tower just really took a big crap.
Lightning. Yes.
Enemy's middle barracks just got wrecked, baby.
I think my king bar. Yep.
Ooh, they took out the enemy's middle tower.
Oh, I can't believe it. What a wonderful thing. Oh boy, killing spree.
Oh, triple kill.
So recently, evil geniuses decided to disband or kick Misery from the team. I know I gave a drastic...
Morty, middle tower. You might want to look at it.
Oh, middle tower's under attack.
Your middle tower just bit the big one.
Wait, no, hold on. He's unstoppable.
Wet my stone. You don't.
No.
Smell the fresh air. Ah, yes.
Double kill.
The only thing you broke was my fast spirit breaker. Yeah. Deep breath, boys. Keep an eye on her. Fill your lungs up. Water's here.
Ooh, they took out the enemy's middle tower. Ha ha ha. Man, great teamwork, huh, Rick?
You're actually watching this, Morty?
Safe word now.
Killing spree.
I'm surprised.
Ah, good idea.
They worked as a team, they hustled, got in there, took care of business, they won. Good work, Dyer.
Misery is the captain of Evil Geniuses, or was the captain. With his leadership, they were doing very well, they practiced very hard, but when it came to the tournaments, they performed extremely poorly. So this interview, or this episode of Crystal's Dodo, we basically look at Misery's perspective, his point of view on why he was kicked off the team. Maybe this might give you another perspective on how you want to judge him or judge Evil Geniuses. And some juicy parts of his podcast are very interesting because he talks about the inner circle, the drama within Evil Geniuses. We all know stuff that's outside, that's relayed outside, but we really don't know what's going within, you know? So some of the questions he answers is regarding why he was kicked, what is the real relationship between Evil Geniuses and Sumail, why Arteezy remains to be so regarded, so highly respected on the team, you know, and what's going on with the team. So, from the beginning, Misery says it was a bad atmosphere after they lost at the GESC Thailand Minor. They practiced so hard in all the scrims, and when they went to the tournament, they performed poorly. Because of that specific tournament, Misery knew that something crazy was about to happen. He didn't know he was going to be kicked, but he just felt it. Then he was asked about the inside circle, the drama within. This is what Misery says, and this is very, very juicy. Misery said that nobody from the core of Evil Geniuses were going to be kicked, or is ever worried about being kicked. This relates to Sumail, Arteezy, and Crit. Now, he further explains himself, quote, "Nobody will kick Sumail, who is part owner in Evil Geniuses. He is the right hand of Philip Aram, Evil Geniuses COO. Then he goes on to Artur. Artur is Artur. They will not kick him either. And then he talks about Crit. Crit is kind of low key. This means that he's in the shadows. And he is best friends with Artur. And then there's me, the new captain, who is very easy to target." So Misery basically said that Sumail is like the main part of Evil Geniuses. So they will ride or die by him. He is part owner, so he has most of the say. Then comes Artur, who is a legendary carry, who has thousands of followers. If you disrespect his name, thousands of his followers will dislike your video. It's simply going to happen. And then he talks about Crit. Crit is like low key, or you know, he's buddy with Artur. And if you're buddy with someone, you're probably going to have a better angle, more pot of the pie. You know? That's what Misery said. He said, "I really had no chance to stay because the others were favored over me. And if any mistake was going to be done, it would be directly pointed at me." Then he goes on to say that it became a pretty much of an obvious choice. It was going to happen, that his sudden betrayal by Evil Geniuses, you can say, or sudden kick, was bound to happen. It was inevitable. So now, what is the future of Misery? Well, he says he was offered to be a coach for Team Pain, or Pain Gaming, which is a South American team. And that might be a great choice, but Misery is saying that he is going to try to enter the international through the qualifiers. So he's basically risking or taking a big gamble and trying to enter the international. And he said, if I cannot enter it with another team, then I will try to coach Pain Gaming. But will he still have the job offer? That's the real question. And Misery himself says, I don't know. So if you're in Misery's perspective, he really is in a tough situation. He just got kicked, and it's a couple of days before the international. And if you don't enter international, you risk a chance of losing tremendous amount of income. The international is the biggest esport tournament ever created. So you know you're bound to be feeling a little sad. Until next time, this is Crystal's Dodo. I hope you guys got a better idea of Misery and what he is feeling, what he is thinking about. And
He'll try to TP, but he turns and calls instead. And he gets a 40-man and he gets Sunset too. Wow, what a turnaround. Daron does get first blood though on Boxy, but
Wrath of Nature, baby.
Yeah, that
did a lot of damage flying through from Quickfin mid. So if you notice what happened here, they've lane swapped the PL to top. I don't think they're doing it because Zeus doesn't want to be there anymore, but PL needs to have a game. And the price they paid bottom is, look at Moderate CS compared to the Morphling. Like, this is a really big difference. 22 to 40, 16 denies on Morphling. He's very far ahead bottom. The trade-off that they made was that they gave Zeus a good start, and now he can come bottom and lane here, but he's not really favored here. And now we've got a PL against an Axe who got off to an okay-ish start. So I think Madara can actually be pressured in this lane now, especially with the Furion as a possible TPN. So I don't know if this initial laning option from Blinkpool is really going to pay off the way they were hoping for.
Morph does need to be careful. Zeus puts a ton of damage.
300 HP. He takes a lightning bolt into Zeus ult and he dies essentially. So.
Yeah. And Kez is also going Soul Ring Arcane. I mean, oh my!
He actually did it. I literally worked. I looked away for half a second. He did. I'm triggered. All right.
I think that was Bolt plus Soul Rip.
Yeah. I did not think he would sit.
Oh, they didn't even rim.
No. It was a bolt and an arc. That's all it was.
Oh my god.
That's just a blunder.
Well,
why did I look away?
He had Decay on too, so like, and that's the thing is like, yeah, he should be able to have a good time, but if you die once or twice like that, it makes up for it.
It's just too greedy.
Yeah.
Even if he doesn't die though, like Kez's build will ensure that he has.
Kaiser is in mid.
Nice sprout.
And he gets blocked by the creeps. He's going to take a few tower hits. He should survive anyway. Maybe. He has a remnant. He does take a lot of auto attack damage with phase boots and no talisman on the Nature's Prophet.
There's a Wrath of Nature. He needs to be careful not to be in vision now.
He TP's home. He should be fine now.
Playing it safe there. Doesn't want to pull a Mickey.
Jesus. He's sitting at 500 HP now, but he can get decayed still from Saksa.
There's a raindrop too, that helps a bit.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Phoenix is even lower in HP. He needs to be careful. They'll rotate in Taiga. God.
Radiant's middle
This is a very dangerous lane. Forget about the Axe PL top.
I mean, like, I feel like he can sit at even higher HP than that, like, a little bit, right? Because he's hidden for, like, what, 100 damage?
Well, he's got a raindrop, too.
Just...
This is what Axe can do now. Now that he's not laning against Zeus, has Tranquil Boots. He gets a lot more space right now. Because these two heroes don't actually deal with him.
Oh, what a call. But he's not getting any space. Finally he gets one. Misery's still fine though. Boxy a little bit low in HP. Quickfist TPing in on the other side. They snare him up. Battle Hunger is there. Misery will probably die. Can Madara get out? Looks like he can. The trees are following him. Misery will get auto attack twice. The Coney Blade will come out. That will secure the kill. Nice TP in from Koikfa. I don't think they can get anything else with this.
Nature's Prophet is a very special hero when it comes to rotations because most of the time you'll be like, oh, he's dead now.
Alright.
You'll be like, is it worth rotating your mid hero to kill a support top? But Nature's Prophet's not really that big of a commitment. You can always just TP back as well. This Kaiser play is going to turn out very nicely for him.
He uses his last remnant. He doesn't have enough mana for Searing Chains. He finds himself a double kill. So Kaiser just got a lot of money.
Yeah.
Play. Rotation.
Yeah, that quick play from Fury I think was good, but they didn't find a way to get out of it afterwards. Counterplay kills for Ember, surely worth it, especially because one of them was, of course, the mid kill. It ended up being 2 core for 1 support. Obviously, very Blinkpool favorite.
You can see down here, as long as they keep on giving Blinkpool a good time, I still think the status quo of the game hasn't changed that much, but Blinkpool are making good adjustments. Gonna try and secure themselves the value room. And Stomp comes a bit too late, but they might be able to do something here.
That's a nice tomb drop. Misery comes in, no song available. Mike gets a lightning bolt that almost dies. There's no Zeus ulti.
Their own tomb's down now. They're slowed down here.
Yeah.
They can't get in range.
So I was kind of curious in your opinion of this, Sin, but you talked about earlier about how Mike doesn't really have a counter this game if he has BKB. But my feeling is that when you're playing against heroes like PL, if you're forced to buy BKB, you're actually at somewhat of a disadvantage because it just means that the PL is going to have one more item up on you because I don't feel he actually needs BKB this game at all on the PL. So do you still think it's good that, you know, once the Morphling has BKB, sure that Zeus won't really do much to him, but I feel like his item progression is still going to feel weird because if you have to buy Linken's and BKB, it just feels...
I don't know if he needs to buy Linken's. I think he can take
Well, that's what he has. He has Lincoln,
yeah. So what was the build we generally saw GG go for?
They went
Serenity?
for the Dragonlance,
Dragonlance
and then
Morbid?
occasionally into Manta. Or yeah, Morbid. Yeah, Dragonlance Morbid Mask.
Yeah, so you can do more of like a combat build. I don't know if the Lincolns is really useful this game. Like, what's it good against?
It's just one of those feel-good items that Morbid.
Yeah. Nice kill.
Whoa, initiating killing spree mode.
This is starting to look really good for Blinkpool. They got multiple kills in the last few minutes. Kaiser and now Perez caught up nicely on the EPL. He's actually overtaken them by a decent amount after being destroyed in lane. So these lane swaps that I didn't think were going to work out this well ended up doing very well with the Morphling kill bottom and the rotation top from Ember. They've kind of salvaged everything. Now their early stage is looking very solid. They're going to get the top tower.
Radiant's top tower is fallen.
I mean, they're doing really well. That one kill on Mike was pretty rough for Alliance. It really slowed him down. He was even with the PL for a while there, and now he is behind him.
And you're feeling the difference in this game in terms of tempo, because one team has an Ember Spirit that can make plays, and the other one has a Furion. In addition to that, the Ember team has a Naga and Snare. What's your catch on Alliance? You have an Elder Titan Stomp and an axe that needs dagger. Does it have dagger?
He just finished on it, yeah.
This needs to be put to use. It's Alliance's only play on the map. Depends on
with it.
axe. Blink Call with Supernova is very strong, obviously.
Did this board see them walk over into the jungle? They might know this is coming. They will scan. Rated scans up on
Zox is in a really good spot. Oh, they didn't walk into him.
They could, oh, this could be a blink on Zeus. Just misses the Zeus, and it looks like Kenzie might be able to get away. They're going to send the Spirit in. Zoxa gets the tombstone down. They'll clean that up. And they'll clean up the kill as well. They wanted a lot more with that. Zeus ulti comes out. This is going to give more room for Madara and the rest of the crew top lane as well for Blinkpool.
Yeah, not too good of a rotation. They got a support kill, and they almost lost their mid tower, so nice again for Blinkpool. Overall. And this Ember is really, he's proving to be a really strong hero across the day, really.
Snare, oh, they're diving into tier 2. Riptide comes out. Call comes in though. Oh, Kaiser's sitting at pretty healthy HP. They'll just Song. They'll probably TP out, I would imagine. Kaiser is waiting. I'm assuming he has Remnant somewhere. Oh, he's just got a triple Remnant and then try to get out, and he will do so by heading up to the north, and he does make it away.
That was a nice play. Almost got him.
It's a little bit scary again. I saw Misery over there just sitting for the longest time, and I feel like it's kind of again talking about the way that they're wanting to play. They want to play around Kaiser, so he was sitting there while Ember was split pushing both of the side lanes, and then as soon as somebody rotated in, he tried to make moves that way he could either secure a kill or save the Ember if something like that happened, and then they can move from player on the other side of the map and push down bottom lane.
Radiant's bottom tower is
I think
under
the
attack.
Zeus is actually doing way more than anyone had expected. Like, just because of the capability of walking bottom, having almost infinite mana pool, and keeping them more from taking the tower. I think that's like the most important thing. Having the hero down here that can spam so proficiently and not really put himself in harm's way until even the axe has Blink Dagger.
Oh boy,
Sucks.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, Radiant's bottom
And
tower
that one,
is under
that
attack.
was
What a guy. Where's the zombie taunt? He has the best taunt, I think.
the Michael Jackson one. I spammed that so hard. He hasn't used it yet so far.
The zombie being thrown at the zombie.
Yeah, it's zombie battles.
Oh, this is true, actually. They at least, Blinkpool have a good counter to the Tombstone themselves. So when Morphling steals Tombstone, they can just overrun it with PL. That's one of the classic Tombstone counters. So if PL isn't dead, or is free to play in the fight, you might be better off morphing someone else just for that reason. Because there are other spells that are good to steal. I think Ember is a great steal. Slight chains for Morphling.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Very
under
useful
attack.
for setting up his own kills. Latest mission.
That's gonna be well. Well,
Yeah.
that's you sold.
That is definitely.
Oh, Radiant's middle tower
It's like
is
the tier
under
1
attack.
tower mid as well, so Blinkpool trying to get a little bit more map control. They're succeeding in doing. They're gonna have the. I think they're just about done with the PL's Fusel Blade here, so unless. Yeah, I think he is.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And this is the strength of
Radiant's
Alliance
bottom
for sure,
tower
is
is
trying to
under
push down these towers while
Dire's
the
top
rest of
tower's
them
fallen.
5 man around the map.
What are these people gonna learn?
We can see that it's
When are
still a
these people gonna learn,
3,000
Morty?
gold lead right now for Blinkpool. They're doing a really good job of punishing this.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Bottom. They're gonna
attack.
take the tower too.
I think the axe is going to be relied on almost
Man,
too
you might as
heavily
well save
in
that
this
energy,
lineup. Like,
because
he
Radiant just
needs to hit
fortified.
a core with
Radiant's
his
bottom
calls.
tower is
And
under
if he
attack.
doesn't, and it doesn't result in a kill, then I don't really see the appeal of the Ember dying that much.
Good call onto the illusions. He clears them out pretty quickly. Madara's still alive. He has his doppelganger in 3. It's a pretty long cooldown. And he's dead himself. He actually snipes him. That's a nice big pickup for Alliance there. Misery's gonna TP. Wow, that was pretty close.
Now the ET.
Oh, unlucky on the chains. Wow, that was so unlucky for Kaiser.
That's the Orchid but there's the Yule's reveal for Ember. I guess he had it for a while. He doesn't have a remnant down, I don't think.
He's saving it.
Yeah.
He's too ready. Needs a Yule's this game for sure. That is going to become a problem when Furion gets Nullifier, but that is quite a ways away. Oh,
wow, that was very close. They're gonna chase, let it Fister. They've got the Tombstone on the high ground, but here comes Insania. You're gonna drop him with the Icarus dive. Doesn't have his ultimate. It's Snare coming out. Oxa still alive with the Soul Rip coming through. And both teams just backing up, I think, at 10 with forcing some abilities.
All the time when this kind of thing is happening, Nature's Prophet is going to force TPs around. This is the kind of game he wants to play where there's like these little skirmishes or half fights happening where he can either be the difference maker by casting his ulti like we saw before in the PL kill, or he can just push a lane and force someone to defend all the time. He's going to be quite a nuisance. Did the Ember go travels or not? I don't remember if he went treads.
Nah, he went travels.
I feel like this is a travels game because you're playing as Furion. I think he should be getting them. Maybe do what Ana did with the double boots. So somebody needs to be able to take care of Furion split push without committing his actual hero to going there all the time. I think Kaiser's the best. It looks like he wants to go Maelstrom.
Oh jeez, Morty, they're going after Tyre's bottom tower.
Having that, an Alliance's split push will commence now. More bottom, Furion top. Behind, there's no song for this play.
They might be able to interrupt too. You can see that Ember and then Naga are trying to see if they can go for a wraparound, but I don't know if this is going to work out too well for them.
It's effectively a 4-on-5 too. Zeus is top right now.
They don't know about this.
They'll find one. It's Sox, they're going to try to jump him down, but of course he does get off the Tombstone. Anyways, he's dead one way or the other. They're also going to take the tower. The Earthquiller coming in. They drop the ultimate from the Phoenix. Madara getting chewed down. He needs to be careful. That's stop Peter and run away. And he does get pretty far, but the stone hits him from the Supernova, and Mike gets a double kill for it. They find another call. It's on to Kaiser. The stop coming in. Kaiser needs to remnant away. He's going to get over the cliff now. He needs to remnant further, and he will get back to his Tier 2 tower. Just barely.
Parker got killed by Kezo behind the fight. Kezo's still alive.
Oh my god, he is at so low. They have the Culling Blade. Oh, he flipped it. I got really concerned for a second when he did get the kill.
He just wanted to take away his hope, and Appy gave it to him. That's all. Oh. That's really close, and this is the scary thing. Like, you feel as if you can fight because you've got the Tombstone, and the PL did go on it immediately with his illusions, but then he realized he was just taking too much damage, and I think that this PL needs to get tankier if they want to fight into it.
They found Kaiser again. Stomp. They missed the Culling Blade. He's going to remnant further away. They cannot chase him. The Soul Rip will keep him alive as well.
I feel like it's funny how this whole Tombstone discussion keeps adding a new layer to itself, because now there's just a fight where PL, it's like, oh, it's nice to have PL against Tombstone, but if he's going on the Tombstone, he's not going on the Supernova.
Right.
So you actually kind of need to pick your poison in the fight when Morph drops a Tombstone down. It's like PL cannot break both, and nobody else is going to break either, right? So which one do you think is more important? Is it getting rid of the zombies or getting rid of the Nova? I think maybe Madara there with full focus on the egg could have broken it, but then there would have been like a swarm of zombies following them at the same time, and these team fights are actually getting a bit complicated for Pinkpool to deal with.
I mean, this is before they even have the blade on the axe, and he's about to have it for Boxy too.
Oh, that's big, yeah.
Which is just more damage added onto the lines. And of course, Mike is now top in net worth. He was once like 1,000 behind that of the PL.
Yeah,
he has his full Linked Sphere. He's working at his Ethereal Blade as well.
So as far as the team fights go, and like the targeting the stolen Tombstone or targeting the egg, don't you feel like it would be better to just take a non-committal approach, because they have heroes that they're mobile, right? The PL can run away, the Ember can run away, the Zeus can just spam waves. You have ways to play the lanes, even though you are playing against Fury. On the axe can only be in one place at one time.
If you do end up being forced to fight, I think the approach for Pinkpool should be the moment Supernova goes down, you Song of the Siren, you kill the egg.
Yeah, of course.
And then you kill the Tombstone during the song as well. If you can get all of that going, it's great. But that fight that they just took, I think they took it without song. It was on cooldown.
It was cooldown.
And I think it's just the wrong choice. If you want to defend that tower, maybe defend it by spamming out instead of committing. Oh, we got called top.
Right now, Sunray coming in, a captive strike. Mike blows him up, and Sanya gets the last hit. They'll take the Tier 2 tower along with it, and Mike gets closer and closer to his Ethereal Blade. And they're going to defend bottom in the meantime as well as they TP. Kaiser's pushing in. I don't know how long he's going to stay. If he does get Orchid, if he always use himself, but he gets called, that could be a lot more dangerous for Kaiser, which he's going to. They'll pop the blade mail. Orchid will come. So he's calling blade, and they do get it in time. Boxy was there, ready with it.
Huge kill.
And that's the tier 2 tower top, 2 kills along with it. Suddenly Alliance are right back in this thing.
So this is like exactly what you were just talking about, right? Like they want to try and spread out the map now, wait until their ulti's off cooldown, spam out the waves. But the problem is that they're getting picked off, and like it feels like the vision isn't quite there right now for Blink pools. So
when you adopt a style of play, typically what you want to do is you want to have one core in one place and one core in the other showing in lanes, because then the enemy team has to decide, okay, do we want to kill one or the other? But if you're not showing in lanes and some people are farming neutrals and you're not like communicating, okay, I'm showing on this wave, then those kills become bad because you're losing the lane control that you are trying to get. Right. The idea behind putting multiple cores in different lanes is that they can't kill them all because they have to commit too many heroes.
They're hitting too many jungle creeps. It's
yeah,
actually both Zeus and PL are jungling. That's not good. Like, somebody has to push these waves out all the time, and it needs to go faster. The moment before, when they went on this Ember kill bottom, I was gonna say it, Ember, or PL was playing his own triangle, and there's like a wave top that he can push, there's a wave mid that he can farm. He's just a bit scared of getting caught by Axe, but then you gotta pick who you protect, and you put the Naga behind that guy. Then he will push waves, just like this. Now it's the Zeus protecting him, it's fine. Zeus has a Euls. Axe Blink calls you, Eul him, and you buy time. You help. Play his pairings, make sure you can protect the guys who are splitting, and take that approach. Pretty sure that's what they need.
Ember has one too. Like they've itemized to deal with it, but it's just they're not hitting those points together.
The other thing to remember is that if they can buy themselves like another 5-10 minutes, you're going to start seeing Aeon discs on the board. Because against Axe, that is, it's not quite as good as like an Enigma buying Aeon disc, but it is still good because it prevents you from insta-dying inside the...
It's really good instant. But Nature's Prophet's going to go to the Nullifier Brawl, so will be a counter at that point. It's like, you know, it's about who...
But it opens a window of opportunity.
There is a window. It's going to be a short one, probably, because the Nullifier from Koikva is well underway here.
Oh yeah, you're right, actually. This
3k to go.
Kaiser has like no money towards this. Yeah.
They're going to get the items at about the same time.
3 tower taking damage down bottom while we see the Ember come back. That tower down to 2/3 HP.
Actually... Ember...
Disconnected.
No, Ember can't die, I think, to Nature's Prophet, right? The way you go on him, you orchid him.
You have to nullify, otherwise he uses.
You have to nullify first. If you nullify first, he will disc. Yeah. If you wait for the disc to proc, that will purge the orchid and he can just jump away.
Well, the Axe has to be there with the Fury, and that's how you kill him.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, nobody needs to be with PL to kill Elder Titan. Super easy kill for him.
That's his Mantis style done once he gets to the secret trap.
Amato is making good progress here.
Axe got the tower deny there as well.
Oh, that's the Ethereal Blade. I just checked his 90 too.
It feels like it went so fast. He was like cruising toward the really late Lincolns, and now all of a sudden, Mickey just taking off. he hasn't been able to scale. I mean, it's only 4 deaths, but I think 3 of them were easily avoidable. And it matters. It's starting to matter now that he doesn't have that extra item that he could have had, because a BKB on Titan now is extremely impactful if he can run into the middle of the fight.
Oh, Boxy. Is he going to go for this? Quaker was thinking about TPing in. Again, yeah. It's too late. The Shadow Blade's done. All right, let's take a look at buyback status here, because it's pretty important at this point, especially with Roche coming back up in 3 seconds. Radiant, the big heroes, with the exception of Quake. Dire, it's just Ember Spirit, and right now Saksa on the Undying.
Quake hits another really strong power spike, level 25. No teleport cooldown. This is when it starts to get a little clowny.
Yeah.
Clown shoes were getting strapped on. And now it's going to be even worse for Alliance if they can't take this Roche.
They are really far away right now. They need to smoke straight up.
Like, Koikfa has to deal with top. This is a great time to go with Roche. They put top in all the way. They're going to smoke up. I don't know if they're going to get there in time. Look how
they definitely will get there.
Yeah, it's not going to. Well, Zeus to get vision. They know that they're smoked up.
But they have Song, so I think they'll get it.
Will they use it here?
They're actually killing it very slow.
They have Stomp available.
Here's the Song. They really want to kill this. They get the Song up. Mika's actually on the outside of it. Finally gets hit by face. Drop the Nimbus. The Meteor Hammer's going to go as well. They picked up the Aegis. They're going to take this fight. Now Elder Titan's in trouble. The Icarus dive comes through. They're going to use the ultimate. Can they focus it down? They cannot. They're going to just back themselves away. On the other side, they've got the Nullifier and Madara here. He does have the Aegis. He doesn't want to lose. The Sunray comes out. That's the Aegis gone.
That's a hero.
That's one for everybody saying Fury doesn't scale into late game.
KB's coming out. Mike blows up. Saksa drops the Tombstone on death, but here we go. Boxy looking for a fight. Madara doing damage. They break down the Morphling. He has buyback. Boxy is spinning like crazy. Madara's going to try to get out. They got the Nullifier and the Ember Spirit. Koikfa is just throwing bombs in this fight. Only people Misery is going to go down as well. It's a double kill for Koikfa. 3 down on the Dire side. It is 3 down on the Radiant side as well. As Madara comes back to life with full HP. He's got this part of Trask. He has the Refresher Shard as well. They'll force the buyback on Boxy. They might want to back up and wait until this Ember Spirit is alive for Blinkpool.
God, he shredded that PL. That was crazy.
Yeah, look at that damage. Highest by far in the fight for Alliance.
That X buyback might come back to bite them. I don't actually think that's necessary at all. It's kind of buying back into nothing. Pushing out the wave. There was a Furion and an Elder Titan alive. They could have easily helped the base on their own. So if he doesn't find any opportunity from this buyback, it's gonna feel really bad, and he won't. They're both all the way back in base.
Bouncing illusions. Got him. But all right, what items do we got coming out? I guess we've gone past the 28-minute mark, by the way.
Hey, we did it. Got Refresher Shard PL, or rather Zeus, with the Aghanims ready. Let's finish off his Boots to Travel as well. That is a ridiculous amount of damage.
Demon Edge.
Illusion.
Yeah, I was supposed to say.
Dallas. He's going Dallas.
Oh, Dallas, okay. Oh yeah, he already has Bloodthorn. He doesn't need MKB.
Oh, that's a scary one. That's a bait rune right there. It's Christ.
I mean, could have taken it at least. Or he blinked away. He actually stood on top of the rune and just blinked away.
I feel like they're very afraid. It's a scary game of Dota.
It's a very scary game of Dota.
It's just a bit funny.
I think Alliance's team actually becomes like harder to execute the longer the game goes, just because of the way that like the functionality of PL and Ember in fights. It's very chaotic. It's difficult to like continually execute that entire time. And we talked about Boxy playing like a great first like 30-35 minutes. Might be the first time that we've seen him not really do that much in a fight.
It does help that he gets the level 25 talent, which I'm assuming he's going to get the Berserker's Call AoE.
Yeah.
It does help, but
it's not going to be enough, I think. In terms of like you're talking about how chaotic it is. It's really crazy in these fights.
The issue that the Radiant is facing right now is that I think when their BKBs run out, they're in a lot of trouble because Zeus is going to murder everything. So you have to get a really quick pick when the fight begins. Like they need to just explode on top with Naga, or while controlling Naga, so they don't just song the Supernova and try to go from there. It's not easy.
I mean, one of the things that you talk about there, though, fights getting so chaotic, that actually does, I think, sometimes help Zeus a little bit. You've got a bunch of melee heroes that are on Blinkpool's side. They might start running in a little bit too close than you would expect. And again, Axe 25, that's not something that people, I think, are super accustomed to. Could very easily turn into like
it can be a bit jarring, just the range in which you get hit from.
Yeah.
But
what's Furion's move speed?
Let's find out. It is currently 357.
In Shadowblade. He has 299
without 299, yeah.
Okay.
He dropped his boots, obviously. So
he's got buyback this time, too.
Moving a little slow. But God, does he hit hard.
I almost think it would be advantageous for Alliance to at least let one lane push, because then they can play more around Quake's mobility instead of just trying to keep all 3 lanes pushed simultaneously. I mean, I know it does open up an opportunity for Blinkpool to get something big, but I think the best chance they have is Quake finding someone important outside of a true, like, full-fledged 5 versus 5, and then taking it from there and trying to pressure.
Alliance were just here last game.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Doesn't matter how many times you change players, man. Alliance are always going to have long games.
It's true. They had a 10k lead in this game as well.
Yeah.
And well, actually more. They had 13k and an Aegis and for some reason no cheese.
Yeah. That was really weird. I don't know what happened to the cheese.
No, that could have. It's funny to think back on. It could have been a game changer actually.
Yeah.
The fight was pretty close. If it had a cheese, who knows? Like while Quake was split pushing top in that
lane.
This is going to be. They get the lane fair. They've got the ninjas. They've got the Hex. He's dead. Zeus only comes in. The intercept. Way too late. Bashed up. 2 dead. They have 5 Excuse me. Yules. Tyga's going to get forced away. He's going to get chased down the stop. For the lightning for Kansas. It's going to be 3 dead. Yes, the full 5 X. They're going to have to use it as they are knocking on the doorstep of Alliance's base.
A death is not an initiation.
He Icarus dove into the Nimbus and then got bashed by Madara. And he couldn't do anything.
Look at this, they're kind of in the wave of Quickfoot. But they are still pushing in the wave bottom. They have found Kaiser, he almost died. Nullifier Quickfoot is in, now he's gonna get chained. He takes down the Zeus. Can he get the Ember Spirit? The Searing Chains keeps him alive. Kaiser's gonna try to get back in. The song is there. They're looking to re-engage. Quickfoot would be a huge skill if they can find it. They get the bash off the first hit. Bash coming in. Quickfoot coming through. He's gonna try to sweep the Sprout. He's there. Can he get out of time? The ball is too late from Foxy. They do a buyback for Quickfoot. Not using it yet. The Sun Ray coming in. Madara's still alive. The doppelganger, the Nimbus is back up. They found Foxy. It's the double Nimbus coming in. Tyga trying to run away at the point. Foxy getting low. They have no more Phoenix for 100 seconds. They're running through. They buy back on the Zeus. It's 4 dead now on the Alliance side. Foxy, the sole survivor. Quickfoot still has buyback. They also have it on the Morphling. Now Foxy will fall. Quickfoot will buy back, but it looks to be a little too late at this point. Foxy's dead for 2 minutes. He has no buyback there to go straight for the tier 3 tower. It is backdoor protected, so taking it, well, now it's not. So this might be it. That might be it right there.
Okay, this entire fight, Morphling did not buy back. Like, they are just not on the same page at all with what's going on here. They spent so many resources and they didn't buy back their strongest hero into this fight. And, well, that's probably going to be it. Blinkpool will definitely take 2 lanes on this. There's no axe, so PL's a god right now. And that's, Alliance just really dropped the ball on this one. Morph gets caught off in mid, they're not protecting it, and all of them just try to fight afterwards, and he doesn't even join them.
There was another unfortunate circumstance in the fight where the egg from Phoenix stunned Madara while he was called into a blade mail, so he took no damage for the entire time. He would have died. Like, he 100% would have died if that egg didn't stun him. I mean, it's something that you can't really calculate in a fight, but it just made Madara live.
Quickfoot is doing whatever he can to force heroes back. They're not really taking the bait other than the Ember Spirit, who can just rotate back in whenever he wants. Tier 3 will be taking top. They've gotten 2 sets of racks. They're trying to get the 3rd in Megas. Sox is a little low, but he's feeling confident. Drop 2 for Mike, stolen from Soxa. They've also dropped a 2 for the Dire. It's Tomb versus Tomb. The Dire will win. Earth Splitter's going to come out. They want to kill Undyne, and they will. But that's another Tombstone drop down. Kaiser comes in with the slide of the Searing Chains. No Undyne for 80, and it looks like Blinkpool back, not trying to finish the game. TP away from Kezu. They're going to song and try to get home. Meanwhile, Quickfoot's in the bottom racks, but he does die. Now he's dead for 2 minutes. Zeus ult came through. Kezu and Misery came in. Radiance, Hex, Naga Siren. They cleaned it up.
It's been a while since I've seen a position 3 Naga that was not supposed to be a position 3.
Yeah.
This guy has so much farm.
That earlier Meteor Hammer, I think it makes a pretty big difference, being able to just keep the waves pushed out like that.
It is also him being very proactive on the map. Like, he was actively showing a lot because his cores did not want to show. And he would just Meteor Hammer, Riptide, and then walk away, and then, you know, keep doing that to every single wave, basically. They just have a tremendous amount of wave clear. They do, between the Zeus and him. Obviously, Ember can do it quickly. I think what really hurt Alliance the most this game is their Roches. Like, they had opportunities to push. Like, they had 2 10-second BKBs, and instead of just pushing off that, they waited for the 3rd one, And then because of that, they lose out on an earlier Rax opportunity. And I don't think it can be understated how important stuff like that is when you're playing against these late game type heroes like PL, where chaos is your favorite thing as PL. Yeah. You want really long, awkward fights because you are going to know who you want to go on, and it's going to be real easy against 5-second BKBs to overwhelm people.
And it really comes back to that fight bottom, right? Where they didn't choose to connect with the Furion and try to end the game, but end up wasting away their ages for Koiko to take a top tier 3.
Right.
So
yeah, that was
also
also
with that play call. They actually had such a huge spike. If they just play their net worth in that fight, bring Koiko in. I think he even had buyback gold, right? So he just he goes in, tries to take the fight. If he dies somehow after using BKB, he has 2 lives, and they're basically fighting 7-on-5 at that point. They have an Aegis and a Furion with buyback. Can easily connect, but instead, they basically invited Blinkpool to take a favorable fight. And now they're Megget.
It's one last gasp. The creeps are coming in. It is a zoo. They've got Nimbus right at the edge of the fountain. They're going to take it down. Mide will take some damage. Here comes the Meteor Hammer. One tier 4 will fall. The second one is about to as well. Cliff not up for another few seconds at least. Mike trying to clear out the waves as best he can. Axe is going to jump in to get to 2. They got the Supernova as well. Madara taking a lot of damage, but he's got the Doppelganger. They're going to Song as well. Kenry trying to run away from Koifa. They want to bring down Madara if possible, but they got an illusion with a nullifier, unfortunately. Now they're going to turn around. Koifa going to get just run down by Madara, and Mike is going to be one of the last men standing here. No for Koifa for 96 seconds. This is taking a lot of damage, but here comes the Zuzul. Mike gets the double kill. Kenry running in. He drops the Nimbus down. They will buy back on Boxy, but it's still 3 dead for the Radiant team. The Ancient getting slowly whittled down as well. Boxy tried to man fight Madara getting whittled as well. They might be able to hold this. It's going to be close. They will buy back. Boxy is trying to kite as best as possible. Here comes the Imperial Blade. Yulcipher keeps alive. Kaiser, they take down the Axe right now. It's just Mike versus the 2 big fours, and he will fall. He had it too little too late. GG is called. Second game in a row. Alliance lose a nail biter.
I gotta say, I really don't think they should have lost this game.
No.
They were in such a position for so long, and it feels like either, like Cinderin said, they were just not communicating properly,
Radiant's top tower is under attack! Oh, Radiant's top tower is under attack! Oh, Radiant's top tower is under attack! Oh my god! Four in a row! He's now dominating! He's dominating, Chris!
Double kill!
Alright. Oh jeez, it's a killing spree!
Humbled.
Oh, I feel better already.
Double kill!
Take that.
Oh, Dire's bottom tower's under attack. Ooh, Dire, you gotta fortify them, their structures. Good work. Whoa, Dire's bottom tower's under attack.
Taking in Lycan, tearing them apart, and then everything was kinda alright for them, but Exotic Tier just overextended after his BKB was gone. So
yeah, it was a very lopsided fight coming out as we saw OG just trying to engage on two different fronts. A little bit too split. Yule's coming out. Anna wants him. He's like, if you're going to be cocky, you're going to pay for it. Go to the impale now. Lazash is in a little bit of trouble here. Could he be ran down? Raw Fun is going to come out. Anna slides his goes perfectly, gets the kill as well. Now he needs to get out because Nietzsche is across there. The diffuse will slow him down. He doesn't make it up the cliff. Anna will die.
Was this worth it? I'm not so certain it was. Like, you get the two supports, yeah, but at the same time you feed yourself to their position 1 PL. I don't think it was worth it. It's alright, kinda, but if you get out, it would be great.
Yeah, well, it's always great. If he killed
all of them at the tower and he got out, that would be kinda better.
And by the way, in the background, there's just an ancient exploding. Fantastic.
Yeah, that would have been better. On the bottom lane, we have Monkey King using ult till the PL.
Oh, jumps in, Wukong comes down. Nietzsche trying to fight. The BKB comes out for Thompson. Now, Nietzsche needs to run. He's happy forcing that out, but he gets slowed down temporarily. Thompson, he doesn't have vision of this. Nietzsche's going to escape. He forces out the big BKB and doesn't pay a price.
This is so good for Nisha. At the same time, however, Seb is taking rush, yeah? Stratos is in position, he knows. Yeah.
Atos doesn't want to miss out this time. And he just rolls funded for nothing. As he's about to find out. Oh boy.
Yeah. If he waited a second, he could have seen the rush as well.
That's true. But at least they know on the side of OG what's going on there. I mean, they could look to just go back into the Roche pit, but their concern is the rest of the side of King would respond now.
Yeah, I'm not so certain they feel very comfortable just going in and taking Roche at the moment. Perhaps they wait for the BKB on Monkey first and his ultimate, and they can then try and go for it. They do have the rock, so...
Thompson gets pinged in the mid lane, but...
Yeah, there's
Can he deal with it? Oh, he leaps away. Kako misses the opportunity. Forced up for to try and do something. Up people. Now they're going to jump in. Jarrett gets super low. The lid. Chase Frost bouncing permanently. The BKB from Thompson. They drop the rock. Can they move across in time to quest? Exotic Deer chasing on Thompson, and Thompson just trying to run away. Seb needs to help out, but instead he goes to the back line. So for the kill on the Pathos, doing a lot of damage. Hitting them from the time. 3 hits should do the deal. Double kill for Seb already, but now chasing for more. Oh, nice impale done. Ready to fight. Seb out of mana, out of time. He's not ulted up anymore. Instead, Exotic Deer goes on with the BKB down to half HP already taken away. Flush damage has to back away. The chase through the remnant. But no, despite Carabas, Anna, he can't hang around. If the Spirit chains out, he'll find the kill on the Nyx. The chase through the remnants miss time, but it won't matter. They get the kill on the Nyx still. They keep Seb alive, and they make sure that Kingwin can't aggress for any objectives off the back of that.
Yeah, as long as they are kiting these BKBs, like they can win every fight, but...
What a mess.
Yeah, they've been doing a fine job at it so far. Broodmother's BKB runs out.
Dire's middle tower is under
They want Exotic Deer.
Sure.
They got Remnant in 2 seconds. If they can slow him down, they might be able to get across. Movement form from the Remnant. Searing chains. They decide against it.
Yeah, I didn't like that again. I have a feeling Anna would have died, definitely.
Yeah, he at least gets the spiders, though. More gold for him. And Daedalus complete now. So he is more of a threat than before. Yeah, Lich. Searing Chains comes out. Can they connect is the question. Do they want to? There's the slow. There's a Mystic Flare. Cleans it up. Garrett says thank you very much. pretty much was. Like, there's no way anyone's going to dive to try and protect the Lich. I feel like with OG right now, they want the side of Kinguin to fight into them because of the nature of this Ember build. So, in the scenario in which you do that, it's not favorable.
I wonder if they are actually stronger. Around the pit, they are strong, but they do not have the rock right now. They do have the monkey ulti. Monkey ulti is really strong inside the pit. However, Patos is there. He has Rolling Thunder and...
England want to interrupt this. They need to time the Rolling Thunder perfectly though.
They definitely
Here it
want
comes, gets ready to go. Patos going right now. There are people already down, trying to slow him down. Lycan held in place. The Wukong's command does get dropped. Nietzsche fighting in the middle of this as well. The bounces around, not enough to control Seb. He does get the BKB off, trying to fight with Nietzsche. Needs to back away. The Grim Scar will take him way too much. They'll finish off the road, and then they can look to hunt. Exotic Deer forces to use the BKB, gets to kill the Jarek, and now the movement for Anna. Stunned up and stunned up. He can't do anything. They pop the Aegis already. Thompson trying to fight him, but he can't even get the Giga going. Nietzsche on the back foot, chasing for more. Big Daddy No Tail getting low, but not low enough. Anna cleans up Nietzsche. And No Tail will stay alive, but barely on 7 HP.
Yeah, there are no BKBs any longer, so if they wanted to chase, nah, they just can't chase anyone. They're all out. It was a nice fight in the rush. Pengo was a bit unlucky because Lycan, he managed to pop his BKB. Usually when you're inside the pit with Pangolier, if you're bouncing against the walls in the pit, you can perma-stun someone without them ever being able to use their BKB. However, that wasn't the case this time. He tried to do it, but somehow, I guess he rolled through Lycan too soon. There's a small downtime, right? In which, yeah, there's a small downtime in which you can't stun him again. He's already stunned from the first Rolling Thunder, so you kind of have to wait. But he kind of did it too soon, and Lycan managed to pop his BKB, survive, and finish off.
I think the interesting thing to see here is whether Anna's going to go for the Remnant or the double slice fist, because I feel like right now he's not got enough mobility, and now it's going to be yours in the mid lane. Can they move forward in this? They missed the opportunity to impale. This is off the mark. The BKB forced out of Exotic Deer. This is a big commitment. Seb trying to hit on the tower, but the Crimson Guard will protect. This Crimson Guard has done so much work this game already. It's insane.
So good. It's so good versus Lycan. It's a decent item overall. Right now it's in the
they're chasing. They want Thompson. I don't think they're going to find him though. He's pretty far away. Look at the power of these 3 big talents.
Well, Jarak is not going to be that lucky.
Yeah, but I mean, in fairness, that's a consolation prize, right?
Yeah,
I didn't want to say it like that, but yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm not looking to make a career out of this, so I can blame people for you.
Look at this as well. Like Thompson took the primal spring damage instead of the boundless strike.
Yeah, that's actually.
This is problematic in the mid lane. Starts off as well, but they drop the rock. Anna might be ready to fight. The BKB comes out for Exotic Theater. This might be one just
slowed.
Yeah, now they're in trouble. Thompson moving across. He wants an opportunity to go in here. Tree leaps forward, looking for an opportunity. Out comes the walk form. Anisha just under control. They'll look for the doppelganger away, but they're waiting. No, he stays on the high ground, trying to move across. Anna chasing through. Have they got the zero chains? Yes, they have. Oh, he touches him out with a fog, but he'll still die to the big crit.
Yeah.
Almost 1,000 damage tends to hurt a Phantom Lancer.
I just love the way he dodged the searing chains though. Just walking behind that tree. It was just all these small plays. You think they aren't intentional, but they truly are, and
I feel like
great.
His itemization just doesn't feel right. The heart is not helping him, because all that means is that there's more things for Anna to continue to cleave and crit off, which buys him more time for the next slide fist. If there's too many things, he's invulnerable all the time.
He doesn't have enough damage, right? He doesn't contribute in these fights enough. Like, yeah, you want to be the guy in the center. That's...
No. Gonna move on the building, try to slow it down. Chapros comes out with double impale, but the bounces are not favorable. BKB is out. Thompson needs the G. Looking to fight. The Wukong's get knocked down. They're trying to move across as well. Not quick enough. They almost get the corner cackle, but they won't be able to. On the back foot, they do lose No Tail. Now the Mystic Flare going down. Exotic Deer. Can he actually stay alive? Trying to with his armor, running with the life steal, but it's not enough. He's outnumbered and out of time. They'll move back into the base. Crimson Guard not available right now, which means they do full damage to these racks. Seb does shapeshift up just to make sure there's no aggression. Oh, crit.
The back door.
Nick's almost dead here. He's actually going to have to use them. When he comes down, the Remnant force, Thompson finishing them off. Fly back from Nix. Need a hold. Seb's going to get out of the base on low HP. Jarak starts up to cover his cause. The jump back in. Thompson's not done yet. Ooh, no crits on the Sly Fist. Anna needs to back away. Has got another Remnant. Has got enough to move away. But those slows from the half piercer. It's going to be close on the back foot. Nisha ambushed them from behind. Jerax and Anna both being picked off.
He remnant himself right into the arms of Nisha's PL, so...
Love me and dead. Yeah, that was...
Yeah.
I mean,
they defended. You know, like PL didn't even have to buy back. Yeah, they did buy back the Katsor's next assassin, so that's kind of bad for them. But overall, they didn't lose the side. They only lost the tier 3. I mean, only it's an important tower when you lose it, but overall, like, it could have been much worse. And this Lich's armor again, like, showing just how strong it is.
He almost found Thompson for a moment there. Atos was trying, but obviously
well,
didn't have any sort of stun
still
control.
there. Nyx is still there, but.
Yeah, but look at this. Look at the tree dance range. How do you deal with this? This split push is ridiculous from Thompson.
Yeah.
The Primal Spring is actually ridiculous in these scenarios because you can just immediately escape after getting the creeps.
Yeah, you just jump up on the creeps and you...
Seb.
And that's it.
Chainfrost just got thrown out on his creeps. Is he going off the back of this? He's going to side against it, and he'll lose the creep army. He's torn. He's like, what do? I get bounties, and I run.
If there were no bounties, maybe he would have. Yeah, he would have went for that bitch. But he was like, all right, at least I can take these bounties, whatever. I'll let you go this time.
So, this
is going in.
Seb is going to run out. They lose him up. They drop the rock. Now they need to get him out. Can they? BKB up and Seb. Forces down to fight, but he can't. He's just trying to move away. In the meantime, looks like Patos has ran out of time in the right fighter, but that won't stop him from getting the kill with Seb. In return, they can get one on the list. Thompson just comes, hit and run. He's gone. He leaves his core and his support behind, but at least he got that Lich kill. What? Actually, he's going to hang around. He's thinking of going in here. Oh, he jumps out of the trees just in time. Thompson being chased onto. They should find him here.
That's a big hit.
Wukongs. AB ready to fight. Balance strike, control him up. King doing up the slide spin through. He's jumping by Emma. See the chase control good. Thompson is Pale control. It's better. They will lose Phantom last time. It looks like Anna's going to die as well. The only one left alive is Jerax, and he's way too late to try and get across and help with that fight.
I mean, and four of them fighting him, and he still kills 2. It's ridiculous.
It's insane. I mean, to be honest, he needed to get Ember in the middle of that full Searing Chains. I felt like he could have done it with a slight fist, but...
Yeah, definitely. I'm just surprised by the way Seb played that. I suppose he thought he was baiting them. They had the rock, right? But he's completely useless. He didn't have his... What he did is he just moved mid as his shapeshift was running out, right? So after that, fight with the wolf without shapeshift, and I mean it's all right, but not even Thompson was close enough for that fight to go very well for them. They used the Vorlok Golem and Thompson was just coming in 2-3 seconds after, and Lycan just died instantly to PL and everyone else, as he had no ultimate to run away with. So it's kind of weird that they chose to fight there that way, but I can see that the bait strategy might have worked if they kind of did it faster a little bit.
Quite possibly. Like you said, Thompson just way too far away. When he snuck in, he did get that kind of Lich, but by then he just lost Seb. There was no way he could stand and fight.
Yeah, Seb went on Lich or something. No, he went on Lycan actually. Oh, we have a Bloodthorn? Yeah, we have a Bloodthorn. I heard that right. We have a Bloodthorn.
Meanwhile, Lycan wolf moded up. Upheaval in the case of 2 hits will do it. Seb just hit him way too hard now. And we'll go back to him building. Just wants to get rid of these shrines in prep for the next Roche, which may be up in 5 seconds time. Not a deal though.
Oh, Drax. You're kind of too close.
Yeah, no, he's fine. He's fine. Who needs defensive items like Yules to get rid of that Bloodthorn? That's silly.
I mean, he has Force and Aghanim Slayer. This guy hits hard. Like, we haven't talked about the Skyrats a lot, but this dude, unless he gets like mana burned by Nyx Assassin, he can do so much in these teamfights right now. Aghanim's...
I feel like I'm okay with the fact he skipped the Atos. When you consider the hero, like, think about Atos and the travel time. If Brood was your big concern, good luck, because on webs, you'll just run away in time that you won't be able to actually use the Mystic Flare follow-up.
Yeah, the Force is alright. The Force is alright versus Patos's Pangolier as well. You know, it's alright versus most of them. So I can see where he's coming from with Force. But overall, I really like Atos in this hero. Even versus the PL and the Pangolier, like the Root versus Pango.
I feel like their problem's not the Pango right now, though.
Definitely
it's
not.
Everything around him.
Yeah, like I mean, this Brood, I don't think she showed her. Did he show is...
I don't know if they saw
already?
the Bloodthorn. I think they might have. They tried to pursue onto the Warlock, so they might have got a glimpse of it there.
They're going in, they're devouring all this. Basically what they're doing is they're preparing rush fights. They even smoked up, they're gonna ward around here somewhere. And
Well,
like...
they got another minute to wait, so this is perfect time to do so.
Yeah.
But Thompson, it's good positioning actually, because if, like, I feel like Thompson should be positioned around here, so that when they try and just come to the Roche pit, you get that backstab with the Wukongs.
Yeah, this high ground is very... Oh, they go up.
Begin in the Monkey King, they jump in, Tango down to half HP rate, used by time, and they drop the rocket. The Mystic Flare is well. They almost get paid on the wall quick enough. In the meantime, they're going to chase them more. The buyback on Ember immediately after dying and gets Dreadfruit. Exotic Kid, he needs the life steal quick, but he won't get a charge. Panos trying to move, maybe gets too low, they'll jump through. Anna cleans up more. They find Kaiser, now they want Nisha as well, but can they? That's the question. Buyback on the Pango. No ult available though. Thompson will back away. That secures the Roche.
Yeah, that's just go straight into Roche, guys. That's the call. They're gonna maybe... yeah.
I mean, Anna just disappeared so quickly in the middle of that. Like, you saw the rock.
Keeping them in. A fatal pawns too, definitely. Warlock.
I mean, that's the scariest part, right?
About Warlock.
Hulk drops the bomb from his death, though. Not the way you're looking to fight this out. It's been the time, it needs to get low, needs to away. BKB comes out, Thompson drops the roof, will catch the L is back, and now the chase through from Nisha as well. He just disappears. No! He can't get out the doppelganger, and now the Mystic Flare will force the rest of the team away. But Thompson is getting out of control. The second Wukong is going down. Pesos controls with the Yule. Looking to move away. Exotic team needs to get out of it quick. We'll be able to do so. The buyback on Nisha, but now he's forced to defend in an unfavorable scenario. They lose the Roll of Thunder. But Seb, with the shapeshift, should be able to back away from this in time. Nisha chasing through, needs to be careful. They need to control Anna up first. If he doesn't die, they're in trouble. Can they time the Impale right? No, they just pop the Lincolns. Anna will move away. And all of a sudden, they just in it. And now Mana quickly doesn't have a slide fist to work with. They smash him up, but they won't be able to burn through. Nisha getting way slow here. Doppelganger trying to move away. Seb just walks over one punch to the face and he's gone.
It's a dieback.
And yeah, now they're in a lot of trouble because Patos can't defend and Exotic Deer trying to stay alive. That life steal just on the wall. Will pop Anna once, but can you pop him twice? Thompson does get chance up, has to eat the cheese. He will eat it in time. He needs this instant Anna right now. The Zero Chase comes out to start control the fight to kill Thompson. Anna down to half HP already dives deep, looking for more, but he can't do anything. He just disappears. They'll hold their ground. Meanwhile, the top lane Seb, he tries to find more ground he can take himself, but wolf mode over. He needs to move away. No BKB for 25 seconds. They'll get him. And they hold. Kingwin is expensive, but they barely lose any of their base for that.
I mean, it's expensive, but they have the Switch and they're holding. And remember what happens when this dude gets level 25. It's gonna be so hard to push against him.
But look at the gold exchange as well. Insane amount of money switching hands towards Kingwin here. The net worth leads the OG had built are just falling apart.
Definitely. Well, PL did die back, so there's that.
Meanwhile, Miz Jarek's in a little bit of trouble. Exotic didn't move forward. Can't get it. Drop the rock just to defend him, but it doesn't matter. They get caught up by Queso as he comes around the back. Impale follow up the fight. No tail as well. He just disappears after 4 hits. It ends up with OG having no one left alive. And suddenly, it's Penguin's turn to push.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. Like, he had the BKB, right? Like, Brood Mother had the BKB off cooldown, so how did they actually expect to kill her? I'm not certain. Maybe a rock into ultimate from Skywrath or something like that, or maybe they were just teasing. I'm not certain. I don't see it. Yeah.
I feel like they were just hoping with wishes and good intentions, but yeah, I mean, like, even if you hit that Mystic Flare, I feel Exotic Deer has enough health to actually get the BKB off the time.
Yeah, maybe the plan was to actually bait out the BKB. Maybe that was so that they can fight afterwards easier on the high ground defense. But this was definitely not the plan. Like, both of them just speeding away and using the rock for nothing. That was not the plan.
Well, they'll move up. They'll look to take the tier 2 top as well. They're just breaking any defenses OG have. Because once you lose all those tier 2s, one foul fight is all it takes to lose your entire base.
Yeah. And remember, Exotic Deer, he's finished another item right now, and that's a Hex. So we're gonna have a Brood Mother with the Hex and the Bloodthorn as well. This, like, anyone is vulnerable there. Wow.
Look, you get more proud of yourself for that word every time now, aren't you?
Dude, it's not even that hard. I don't know what's wrong with me. Anyhow.
It's that moment where you're like, vulnerable, self-fire.
Yeah. Alright, so Ember can die easily, even though he has Lincolns.
I don't think it's about the Ember, it's about the Monkey King. Because if he gets hexed, like, Monkey King is a momentum type hero. If he doesn't enter the fight and start getting those Jingus, he can't sustain.
I agree with you, yes. If they lock him down long enough. But on the other hand, you have this Warlock. He's always gonna be around. It's not after all. He's gonna position himself properly to save his teammates with the rock. If he has that rock in the first place, which he does not right now.
I think they're gonna smoke up on the side of it. Jerax almost gets a pop by the Nyx there.
That was so close.
Yep. You just you can feel the tension as they don't even know how close they came to engage in there. That would actually have been favorable for Kingdom as well, because they would have been able to hit the back line of OG immediately.
Yeah, back line. Oh, PL mid.
D-Shark.
It's actually a real one.
Trouble here. Slider Fist coming out. 4 seconds off gap already. He will run away. Seth running out of mana. There's a shapeshift. He wants to go into Hex. Coming up. Mana though, a little bit of trouble. Has to be forced up the way. Got deep. Can't get close up. Seth trying to come in there. Up the rock. Down as well. This is good. And they're going to get rid of Exotic Deer. He can't stand his ground. They need to get Pagos out quick. Swashbuckle away. They're barely out. And that's huge. Now it's all on Phantom, so they got no Roll of Thunder available for 50 seconds. Nisha has to pull out a miracle right now.
What can they do? Well, it's Lich level 25. No level 25 for you, mister. No killing your axes.
Nowhere near 21. He's got a few levels to go.
They don't really want to go, though, it seems.
They do. Multiple lanes.
Yeah, but Lycan, he's
Lycan?
Away. Yeah,
what?
He's running away. He just wants to outpush.
I need mana, BKB. Guys.
I don't know, like, the rest of them, they are staying around, but...
I feel like this is a golden opportunity missed. I feel like they should know. I mean, this Kinguin would have probably bought back by the time they approach this high ground. I guess they're paranoid about it, though.
Yeah.
Thompson, he has got BKB, forced up away, the chain frost will bounce, but now balance strike won't even come out. And, well, that's legit format. It actually pays the price. It's the heavy one. Jerax died as well.
At this point, you have to actually ask the question, why did Lycan go back and why did Monkey King stick around? Because either all fall back or... I'm not certain. I guess Lycan just wanted to outpush bottom. Savage just wanted to outpush, so they kind of have them choke in.
Opportunity though. Like, they could have at least got one lane.
I guess they weren't aware of Broodmother not having buyback.
Well, that's the thing, it's not on cooldown, it's just that he didn't have the money. So that's my thought. But but like you can tempt that high ground without being threatened. You know Rolling Thunder's on cooldown. You know they've got no chain frost to work with. Yes, Nyx's impales have been on point, but
another thing is Brood used Hex on Ember, and they should know that she just bought that. So if she has a Hex, it's like usually that's how you know if someone has buyback or not. You just check if they have a new item or not, right?
Yeah.
And if that Brood used Hex on you, and she died afterwards, and you never saw that Hex before, it's most likely that she does not have that buyback. So you can kinda guess it that way.
Oh, Rolling Thunder coming in. They want to jump onto the Ember, but it's wasted. Moving for Peacock. Actually, looking on the set. Can he control him up? The BKB comes out. Shapeshift activate, trying to move away. But the Abyss are going to help him. Will he be able to get him this time? He should be able to move away. They're trying to chase through, but they actually lose Nyx because of the clean from Ana. Crit's too strong, and actually, do they want to re-engage is the question? Because that was more or less everything Kinguin had to work with. They don't really have an initiation tool now, so...
Yeah, no,
hopefully they can
poke. Rush is up, so they have to be worried. Like, Nyx might even have to buy back here. If they go straight for Rush, I believe he might even do it.
Like, they need to do it right now if they want to. Patos is going to have his Rolling Thunder in 30 seconds. It's now or never.
What do you think about this pack of wolves running around?
It's very interesting. We don't typically see this taken over the Howl hero health. I feel like health isn't their issue right now, though, on the side of OG.
I believe that the strength in these wolves is... It's not in the numbers. It's not like they're strong and they're gonna hit your buildings or anything like that. It's they're invisible and you can actually use them as walking boards.
Yeah, scouting. Yeah, that's true.
So vision scouting. It's why they... Like, Lycan was a really top pick once because of that as well. His wolves would just follow you everywhere to give so much info that it was hard to do anything. And we have...
Oh, there they go. They're going in. Concussive shot's going to fly to slow people down and give you vision of what's happening. The buyback on Nyx is already out. He is moving across really fast with this move across terrain. But the Wukong goes down. They want this Roach badly. And actually, Seb chasing out. Can he find anyone here is the question, Nisha? Should be fine. They go back to the pin. Patos is good. He's interrupted. Now they drop the rocket return. The mid flame blocking for them. Get it on the Nyx, and now the Roach does get but they'll pick it up. Thompson's got the Aegis. They need to move in the left front. Comes down to the upheaval. Slow just continues. Exotic here. Barely able to move around here. As the light will stay alive. And then he finds him. He refreshed the charge. Now they can control Thompson. If they can get him hit, it's huge. They keep him alive. The Shadow Word, the Hex up. They push him out of the pit. And they miss the swashbuckle, but they clean him up.
PL.
He's dead for 100 seconds. On the other side, PL does get picked off. Anna's not done yet. They will go back in if need be, but No Tail is a little bit too far away. Double kill comes out for Exotic here, but you just got a kill onto the Thompson and his support, but you lost your final marker. You have no front line now.
Yeah, you lost the PL, but you did shoot through their ages and took the cheese, by the way. I didn't see that.
Oh, Radiant's top tower is under
Might have to
attack.
wait to figure out for a moment. It looked like that she might get Anna. Brother Anna might get Pados, but unable to. I'm just checking for the cheese at the same time, actually, because I didn't see it go off.
I saw Patos stealing Refresher, and that's why they actually killed Thompson. He went in
but
with
the cheese got used somewhere. That must have been Anna.
Yeah.
That's the only one I can think of right now.
They went in with Rolling Thunder. I was actually surprised that they didn't use their BKBs a bit sooner. Like,
yeah, it was a little bit delayed.
Pango jumped in, and he caught them with the Rolling Thunder before they actually managed to use their BKB. So they could have had a cleaner fight if they saw him. I guess they didn't have, like we were talking about the vision that the wolves gave them, but I guess they didn't really check where Patos was properly. So.
Yeah, it was a nice move in. I think the most crucial one was actually the Nyx with the unobstructed pathing.
Yeah.
He got across so damn quick.
He just came from behind. He was even waiting for the monkeys.
But the ultimate 100 agility.
Yeah, definitely, guys. Don't follow Captor. Don't follow what he's doing. Just go for the agility.
God, what news?
You need
He's
that
only
armor.
playing for TI here. God.
Yeah, like, what does he know? Come on. Why would you need to walk across terrain and stuff? Like, you don't need that.
Yeah, fight like a man. Fight honorably. Look your opponent in the eye. Stab them in the back from the side of a mountain. Which doesn't even make sense, by the way. It doesn't, and you know I'm right.
You're right, man. You're right. I'm sorry. I wasn't laughing at you. I was just...
You wasn't laughing at me. You were laughing with me.
Yeah, exactly. So what do we do now? What's happening? Please tell me. Like, how do you see this game? You're the analyst now. Go for it.
Okay.
What's gonna happen?
So, we're in a scenario now where basically if Planet Lancer dies for Kinguin, they can't push. But at the same time for OG, they are cooldown reliant around the Shapeshift and the Wukong's. Like, Wukong's is huge right now.
Shapeshift cooldown, you have to recheck that one more time, actually, because it's not the biggest
yeah, in fairness, 70 seconds is better now. That's a fair point.
Seconds, and it lasts 34, I think. 34 seconds.
I still think the biggest issue right now is that Thompson's Wukong's is what's like. It's not that they're struggling to stay in this definitively, but that's how they're winning these fights, right? If they get good Wukong's, because right now the Brood can't really like. The catch with Brood is she needs a lifesteal target, and the catch with Wukong's is I'm hitting you and I'm not even next to you.
Yeah. Did you check when Monkey King had Refresher Shard the first time? The way they killed PL is actually by getting enough Jingu Mastery stacks and then hitting the PL twice with Boundless Strike, refreshing the Boundless Strike alone. So that's actually interesting because he's going for that refresher right now. That's his last item choice.
But here's the reason that the Shapeshift isn't that big of a deal now, is Lich almost has 25. So if you don't definitively take towers, I mean, is it me or does Kinguin like a late game?
Yeah, 80.
Because it's starting to feel like it.
80-minute game coming through once more, man. It's happening.
May well. The horror story never ceases in this world of Doha. But, I mean, can you imagine if it comes down to every game Kinguin's been in has been like over 60 minutes in the qualifiers?
Yeah, I mean,
without failure.
And the last game that we casted was 80 minutes, so...
These type of lineups could drag it out. Like, honestly, you think about the layers to it. It's usually not enough to eliminate one hero. You need to get rid of 2 cores, and they can't have buyback.
I'm not so certain if they have the late game here, though. Yeah, their late game is great, but on the other hand, you have a Divine Rapier Ember Spirit.
Yeah, we haven't talked about that. Yeah. I feel like that, like it feels like an afterthought in our minds because it's done a decent amount of damage, but I still feel like Thompson is the deciding factor in these fights because Ana has to be so defensive due to the nature of the heroes on Kinguin.
Definitely, he has the Linkens and the Blink Daggers, so it's not super easy to catch and to kill him off. But still, that Rapier, we'll see it in action. No, we won't.
Don't worry, double slide this.
Top barracks are really
Dumping by Thompson. Clear the way. They'll get their hands on the range back so damn quickly. Hey, you said those wolves didn't matter. They look pretty strong there.
Yeah. I take my words back once more. There you go.
Every game involving Kinguin, man. Every game. Yeah, I'm just always trying to catch you out. It's like a competition.
No, the wolves are great at pushing as well, no doubt about it. What do you think about their strength once this Lich get his level?
Hold on a second, you have to hold on. Kato gets caught out, finds the goal. Rapier! The jump down, they kill off Ana instantly. Meeting with Rapier, now he goes in, 7-0 with the physical control is good, they'll be able to finish him up, he can't get out. Double kill for Exotic, and Thompson is just chilling in the bot lane right now, wondering what the hell just happened.
How are they getting caught there? Like, it's that's...
They shouldn't.
It's not like Ana's... It's the third time they are getting caught at the same spot, like...
It's like, Ana is trying to aggressively position because they want to move on that high ground so badly. And Kinguin knows this. You just get these long-range initiations time and time again with Patos. You can't be that close to the base. You can't be in vision of the side of Kinguin.
This isn't enough. Ember does not have a buyback.
Yeah.
Just buying back, I don't think that's gonna be enough. This monkey has to go back.
He needs to get his spot back in the base. He needs to do it quick.
There we go.
Just treat on as far away to make sure there's no chance to interrupt him. And now onto the high ground. Nisha wants to hit on the tower. This won't take him too long. Divine Rapier, Phantom Lancer, and the Doppelganger talent as well. Thompson moving in, trying to hit him up. Needs to put the Wukong down in defense. Payload's going to be able to move away. There's so many illusions hit, but Nisha, does he want to go back in is the question.
Yeah.
He wants to. He's trying to get on the high ground, or at least get his illusions in. Like, please fight me. I've got more illusions where that came from.
Oh, this tower.
Nisha,
they just
moving in. Oh no! They're going to have to catch on the set. Can they kill him off? Roll under control. He might be out of mana. BKB activated, but he has got enough for James. He's stuck in place. They'll find him. Thompson gets the refresher off. He's going to try and fight out with the Wukong. The big play comes out. They just take a lot of damage to Nisha. Down to half HP, but they can't finish him off yet. He should be able to make hexed up with his ball. They can't kill him. They lose Thompson. He needs to get back in instantly. Buyback comes out, but can he move forward quick enough? Nisha being pinged out, but that heart is just going to heal him up so fast. They hold the back away, knowing that they've exhausted almost all of OG's resources.
Yeah, the buybacks happened, Lycan died back, so completely fine with this. Go back, wait for Rosh, get that DD. As long as they don't do anything super risky right now, Kingwin can take this game, definitely.
It's looking pretty grim. And actually, they're waiting for Roche, which is up in 1 minute.
Did you even see the way Doppelganger? He doppelganged out of Monkey's Wukong command. He's
constantly, yeah.
Yeah,
it's just absurd.
Like Monkey did he positioned himself fairly well, and he used his ultimate defensively very well. They couldn't hit the tower, but at the same time, you can't get any kills there. Like the PL just gets out, and goes somewhere else to fight your team. And I'm not even certain why OG fought on the bottom lane, because they have a tier 2 there. They didn't necessarily need to fight them at the tier 2 on bottom.
Yeah, it was a little bit worrisome, especially the Seb got caught out so easily there. A little bit too aggressive from him.
Yeah, I suppose mid lane.
Oh, jump in. Hex comes out. K-Saw. Again, Hex in return, but now they have to drop the rock. Jack can try to stay alive, but the Ghost Scepter just ensures his death as they spit onto him. And now Anna trying to get involved. Slide Fist twice. We'll move back towards the BKB out. Exotic. They'll clear up the golem, but they'll be happy with that because Roche is now up. Perfectly timed, in fact.
Perfect time for them to just stroll in. Monkey is on the tree.
He's got the Wukong. And that's going on. And I'm just trying to slow this down, make sure this can't occur. Lycan is about to be backed up. They need him in the pit right now. I feel like they just stick Seb in the pit and then gone. Because you can't afford to get 2 heroes stuck inside there with the Pangolin coming up.
Alright. The Rosh.
Okay. So Pops is going to go instead. Like, fine, this is not. Probably stick down the Wukongs before they finish it, I'd imagine, but there's a movement across. They want to make sure this doesn't occur. Wukong's going to be committed. Maybe no. Seb just shapeshifts up. He's going to zone them out. Wukong will finally be thrown down. They need to finish this off right now. Bronze Bunny coming in. Pathos wants to fight. Thinks that he's felt damage from the Wukongs. Will it be enough? No, he's getting shredded through here. Can he escape barely with the swashbuckle? Their attempt at interrupting Roche seems to be over, but no. Next jumping in for the spike character. Can he get it? No! He can't get that down. They bring up the extra mana. Now the Mystic Flex to find the kill and the Phantom Blaster. Divine Rapier on the floor. Exotic's here panicking. He doesn't know if he should fight or run. Your answer? Run as fast as you can, because Monkey King has got his hands on a Divine Rapier.
Oh god, it was so terrible for them actually. Like you remember last Rosh fight? They went into the Rosh fight perfectly with the Rolling Thunder, and they didn't pop the BKBs on time on the side of OG, so the Rolling Thunder did so much. This time, however, Monkey King used his BKB, and what's Rolling Thunder gonna do? He just almost died to the solo Monkey King inside the pit. So yeah, they really have to just pop their BKBs on time, and they can win these team fights. The Rapier is now back to the side of OG as well. There's a double Daedalus on the Ember with an Aegis, so he can, even if he wants to, he can position himself kind of more aggressively now. So there's that.
I feel like the saving grace is that it didn't go on to Anna again, because yes, Thompson is scary with that Divine Rapier. Especially since he's got double Boundless Strike, but obviously Anna, when you're in these big clustered fights, Rapier with double crit, that was more or less the deciding factor.
Definitely. Like on Anna, I mean, I don't even know. To be honest, Monkey King with Rapier is just scary. You have the Boundless Strike, so it's physical damage. It can do a ton. Yeah, on Ember, it's definitely even a core item, right? Late game, it's super strong. But Monkey King is...
Remember what we said about DDs the previous game?
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yep. Case it doesn't jump on no tail, but they've got a DD up here, and they're just gonna buy a little bit of time. They're like, push in the waves, let's get ready to move. I'd imagine they put this on Thompson. Oh wait, no, sorry, they picked Nana.
Yeah, they took it on the Ember Spirit. It's still good enough.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, Thompson with it could probably just one-hit someone with the Balance Strike without even having to.
There we go. He's so deep inside. He's jumping in.
Straight in. BKB out. Thompson hits Balance Strike on the 2. The Wukong's going down. Okay, so stand alive, but not for long. He'll get up just in time. Lich won't be so lucky. They're securing the push onto the rack. They move forward. The Mystic Flex comes out of the cheap. They drop their rockets down. Now the units coming out of Pangolin. They can't fly back into this. Trying to move away the Mystic Flare again. The Wukong's down for a second time. The Sand double kill with Thompson. Buy back on Pangolin. Can he do enough? No, he can't. GG. They submit in the end. OG gets run over. There was way too much physical damage. The King was so... It just came down to whoever had that rapier.
They were so close actually in that Rosh fight. If it was just a tad bit better for them there, like they could have taken it. But Rapier falls, it goes into the hands of Monkey King, and
well, I mean, in the end, well played by both.
That one did not work out.
Maybe it is abusable somehow. Nah, I'm sure it's that was a little rough. First haunt down, not the end of the world.
Well, it's looking okay for Kingdra all of a sudden.
Yeah, they're starting to stabilize. They will have to deal with this Magnus, but it's a Magnus. He has level 2 in power. He's gonna get Blink pretty soon, and then maybe things get a bit more interesting for Singularity. Plus they have Ember, Spectre, really good late game hero.
At least at this point, Spectre is kind of forced to jungle with his haunt being down, his mana being down. His HP is actually not that great.
Dire's top tower's
But that said,
under
they've got
attack.
great safe lane ward vision. There's a buddy and engagement top lane. That is literally 2 heroes my usual.
Dire's top
There was one in
tower's under attack.
the Satyr as well, if I'm not.
You can't jump this mag. This guy is not gonna die.
He's very beefy. He's 1700 HP.
Got a Vanguard.
Yeah, he's a beefcake.
They can kill that guy though.
Yes, they certainly can kill this Leshrac. And boy, is he dead.
Killing spree.
Mikey could RP. He's not going to because there's nobody here to help him out, even if he did. Decides not to. They stun Amber Spirit. They hit an arrow. He has plenty. Has the Star Storm coming in void. Searing Chains. He needs a remnant to gold. Turn around. Here comes the RP. It's on to do the Shockwave. Disastrous fight for Kingdra.
Can you check Bambo's hero for a moment?
Yes.
He does have silence.
His silence was cooldown.
Was it?
Yeah, it was on cooldown. Oh, what happened?
They nerfed
He
it,
must have
remember?
used it earlier. In the
It's like a 20-second level in cooldown.
Oh,
or
it's
something.
really long.
24.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's actually ridiculous. If he doesn't have that,
Oh
if he
boy,
has the silence,
Dire's
100%
middle
kill.
tower's under
No 2 heroes dead. Great play.
I was getting ready there. I was getting ready.
You were
to
carry too?
I was like,
Not
no,
again,
silence.
dude. Not
I've already
again.
done that once today. So
I was farming. I was like, yep, I love hating this, and I still do.
They skewered the Nyx into tower range. The Impale comes out. It's a Magnus who is incredibly tanky.
Saving Vireo.
He is out of mana, to be fair.
Well, she did nothing to him.
Ember's rotating back in with a Javelin. That's a Crimson Guard. That's a full Crimson Guard on that Magnus.
How much armor does he have?
He is at 14.
14.
That's with the top cover.
So
12, yeah. Sorry.
For real though, did they need to take Crippling Fear from 12 seconds to 24 at level 1? That's
No.
like a disgust.
That
That's
is
like
actually
such an epic nerf.
It's an
that
insane
alone.
change when you think
Out of
about
all the other nerfs to the hero,
Radiant's
like I
bottom
think
tower's under
the
attack.
void back of mini stun during day is far less severe than like 24 seconds Crippling Fear.
it. They doubled it.
Like
Oh, Radiant's
that was.
bottom tower is
But I
under
mean, still being
attack.
picked and all, but like
I think overall the biggest nerf Night Stalker goes. That is probably still the one that.
So what?
The darkness nerf.
Radiant's
right.
bottom tower is under attack.
the vision aspect
Yeah,
of
the
it.
vision.
Radiant just fortified their
Dark
structures.
old
darkness.
You know what
You
I'm
could
talking
accept
about?
being weaker in lane. Like
Wound of
if you
illusion.
still hit your timing where your team can just
Radiant's
dominate
bottom
the map,
tower's
but the
under
domination is not nearly as severe as it used to. How is it? It doesn't
Dire's
affect
top tower's
towers at
under
all.
attack.
It doesn't affect wards at all.
Yeah.
But it
Radiant's
affects
bottom
heroes
tower is under
more,
attack.
unless they have
Couldn't do
more
much about
natural night
Radiant's
vision.
bottom tower, could you?
Dire's top tower's under attack.
Look at this. They are using the Nyx Vendetta pretty well. They found a few kills with it. Well, I think just one act.
Dire's top tower's under attack.
Actually, can you check darkness real
That
quick?
force
Yep.
field leads me to believe that Dire just fortified their
Quartz?
structure.
Now
Enemy
we're
yeah,
unit
and
and
wards
wards.
just
Yeah,
not
I
towers.
was right. It's not buildings.
You know,
though.
Morty, it
So
sometimes
wards lose
feels
25%.
like they don't even care.
It's something. But it's not nearly as strong as it used to.
Take
Dire's
top tier one
tower's under
for
attack.
Singularity.
Dire's top
Incredible
tower
range
is
creep
done
last hit.
for.
Man, you might as
You
well
really got
save
it.
that energy because Radiant
Jimmy.
just fortified their structures.
Jimmy. Triple range creeping.
Let's watch Jimmy's heroic death against
Which
Siege
one's
Creep.
Jimmy?
Well, let's watch
one.
mid lane.
Let's watch mid lane.
Whichever one you're cheering for more.
Jeez, Radiant's middle
get that
tower
one.
just got wrecked.
He couldn't make it all the way to mid, unfortunately.
That was his brother Charlie. Fortunately, he's playing.
Good old Charlie.
Oh, Ember.
And Pale does sit on the
line.
Amber Spirit.
He's invulnerable.
It's time to run. Mikey has his RP. Here comes Charlie.
Edict.
They
You were
want
away?
it, but let's be real. That guy's not dying.
No. They're all mid for Dire. They're under sentries though. They've all been spotted essentially. They know they're all there.
One upside to Oracle here is he can purge Crimson Guard and the guy they want to kill. So that's kind of nice.
It's actually incredible how many dispels you actually need in most cases. He didn't have enough mana, unfortunately. Like, there's actually so many things that you would love to use. If a hero had like the Brewmaster split dispel, you would use it like every 8 seconds in a team fight all the time. It would be so good now. Which is a cool way to take the game. I really do like all the ways they've changed dispels in this game.
Salamene smiles upon.
Because your nickname's Perf.
I was gonna say it.
That's not why.
I was gonna say it. I got it. I found it. Don't worry.
I just
Stop thinking about jokes and cast the damn game.
This is your fault. I'm blaming you for this one.
I just like it because it's if you have good knowledge about how mechanics works, then it's beneficial, and I like mechanics. So
that's a false promise.
He's got
fine.
I still would say the pace of this game, like getting the mid tower and everything, is nice for Kingdra, but I don't know if it's enough. It doesn't really feel like they're trying to control the map as best they can. Like they got heroes toward like in the enemy jungle and whatnot, but
what about his net worth? Like his net worth is actually pretty far down now. The spec, it's like significantly away from.
Yeah, but there's level 4 in power now, so that will be alleviated.
Yeah,
I suppose you can jungle it.
It's about the level of expectation of. Like, Spectre is not supposed to be the same net worth as Lifestealer. Spectre's a bit behind. That's, you know, the expected outcome. If he did better than this, if Spectre had 7k net worth now, I feel like the game is in such a great spot for Singularity. But now it's, you know, it's a relatively even game right now. Kingdra needs to start snowballing and find some fights, though. You can't just sit back and wait, because yes, you see, Spectre being 5.5k when Lifestealer 7.5k is okay, but when it starts being 10 to 12k. And 12 to 14k, that's when it starts hurting, because then Spectre's net worth is so much more valuable in team fights. Now they're both weak.
Yeah, there's not really a great. I guess you could infest a Night Stalker or cancel. Those are probably your two best, but like the Nyx is gonna need a Blink Dagger as well. Speaking of,
did he not even know?
That is a Crimson Guard Magnus, friends.
I mean, there's no way to kill this guy. They're all chasing after him.
2400 HP.
He dodged the arrow. They're gonna rage. They could still use. I mean, he is taking some damage in his life there, but it's not nearly enough. Did he not even use his armlet there?
Just kill him.
That was the Crimson Guard offsetting all of his armlet damage. I'm pretty sure.
All right, well.
The 60 damage block guaranteed.
I was getting ready for a lot more damage than that. Didn't happen.
In the meantime, Spectre's just farming. At least he doesn't have Empower, so not progressing too much during that. But that is not the hero they want to find. I think the problem here is, so Dire took the mid tower and the bottom tower, but they're not controlling the enemy jungle. They need to get down here and own this area.
Yeah.
They have to constrict the Spectre from farming safely inside her own jungle. She shouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah.
They do have a lot of sentries all over the place and Radiant's defense.
Yeah.
Protecting their area well.
But the fact that they have sentries means that they got in there, right? Unless they had them pre-placed before they lost their tower, which is a nice play, but I don't think that's what happened.
True. Just deny Master over here.
How old is that sentry right above you?
Freshy.
It's 1.5 minutes.
I really like the obs that they have placed in Kingdra, like right by the normal ward hill. Between the other one, down to the right. I like that ward.
They have this one in their own jungle too, interesting. I guess it's just it's there or whoever's from
well, the tier 1 offlane is still alive, so sometimes you see that rotation.
Alright.
Alright, it's go time. Bambo wants to hunt.
This is a little overdue, I feel. But it's good they're getting on the map.
But look at the patience.
But look at how they're grouped. Like right now, the best target to go for is the one they don't really want to smoke on, you know?
That anyway.
They're misreading it again.
This is gonna hurt.
This happened last game they played, I think, as well. They went for a good smoke, but they checked the wrong side of the map.
Nice play from Singularity to be on the bottom side of the map. And
I don't know, this just feels so arbitrary. It's like the time that they did this felt like it could have happened minutes ago, like 10 minutes ago or something. Nyx is 6, get him in biz, get the infest going, go for a gank. But now they're like 300 gold from Relic being finished. And that's why they do this? Like,
the prize is mine.
The timing is a little bit odd.
You also see this, the smoke is... The reason the smoke fails is that they didn't control the enemy jungle, because then they would have information about where the heroes are. It's like a coin flip for them almost. Are they Radiant top? Are they Radiant bottom? They don't know because they don't have enemy... Well, they only had that one ward to the left side of the jungle, but they don't see all of the south part. And they should see it with heroes by owning that part of the map. And And now they're going to lose their mid tower. This is a pretty poor trade for a smoke.
That was a 5-2.
Even if they get this kill, it's not the end. He had 1,700 gold. He is almost certainly dead, or should be. Yeah. But that's fine. He got the tier 1 tower, made more space for his Spectre and his Ember Spirit. His Ember Spirit is just pushing bottom tier 1 at this point, with already Maelstrom building into a Eul Scepter.
Top tower is under attack. Yes.
Oh, nice arrow.
Bro. Does he take the damage? Not yet.
That's going to be a no for me, dog.
Yeah.
You got out at least. So 2k gold lead at this point, it doesn't feel like it's enough. But the nice thing about this game for Kingdra is that it feels like they're at least getting to show what they can do in the mid and later stages of the game because they're, you know, getting online. The game we saw earlier, they got absolutely destroyed.
Well, I hope against the Spectre game you don't lose in 30 minutes.
Nice reality.
I think, to give you an idea, I think if Wind and Rain were playing this Radiant lineup, this game would be not looking like.
So you think it would be a stomp?
I'm not sure if it would be a stomp, but I think they would start to pull significantly ahead at this point by just having better team movements and doing more. Have we seen an RP yet?
No.
I don't think so.
We saw one in mid. He hit the 2 RP and then
they were diving. Yeah, when they were diving.
It's been 22 minutes. You've used 1 RP and 1 haunt. It feels like, or maybe 2. Ember hasn't been too hungry for killing either. It's like when you drop this bit down, you look at a team like OG, and then you drop down a skill bracket, and then it's a lot more about killing creeps and a lot less about making moves. Because the warding is worse, the wave clearing is a bit worse, it's less efficient, so it feels harder to make moves all the time. And this Radiant team, I feel like they're super hungry to fight. They have so much team fight.
This is dangerous. And the Roach fit with RP Golem, they're going to take it, I think, because I don't think SNG are responding fast enough.
It's a good for spotting it.
Fortune favors the bold.
Yeah, and that's a great play they needed to make, I think, in order to actually.
They've almost got Radiance on Lifestealer now, so this means his team fight. They're going to have Radiance and their opponents don't. Surprisingly.
This is a timing to go.
Yeah, but the Spectre's gonna have Manta really soon. Yeah. And that's a big item because when you're playing Lifestealer, the worst thing that you can play against are heroes with escapes or heroes that build Manta really early in their item progression and don't care about building it. And I think this is one of those games.
I played Elk versus Lifestealer recently. He open wins me, and I just turned my ulti on and then I walked away. It was so good. It was so good.
It purges now.
Yeah, that is a feels good.
Dispels rather.
All right.
I actually haven't seen Alchemist for weeks.
Except for this morning.
Yeah, except for that one game.
I didn't watch that game. I haven't seen it in any of my pubs.
Spoiler, it wasn't impressive.
I don't think he wanted to see it.
He just hit creeps. That's literally.
I would love to see it.
I don't think I saw him use his stun one time the whole game.
I don't think he skilled it until like
he did.
level 10, 9, something like that.
What position was it?
He was
mid.
He was mid against a Quaswex Invoker.
He went 403, and then he got stunned.
Life was going well, and then they rotated on him like 3 times. They tornado EMP'd him, and he died. Life.
Oh, bottom. Flash.
He has a glimmer. That's pretty nice for a position for Flash. He's been like split pushing this entire game pretty much. Meanwhile, they silence up Mastermind. It is daytime. He will ult himself. Does he pop the DD and go for this? He's thinking about it. Nah. He didn't need to pop it.
Well, he did because he needed his.
I think it had been bottled for a long time anyway.
Oh, it was at 2 minutes?
It was close.
So yeah, the Manta style is done for Spectre. He's going directly into Scotty. I would have thought something like a Diffusal Blade or something, not Scotty.
Going more defensive, basically.
Yeah.
You still want to try to make use of your passive. Like this version, having a large effective health pool just means that if you fight, you're going to be doing a lot more damage there.
Just fortified their structures.
And plus, it's good stats to have with the Empower as well. So I think it's still a really solid choice.
And it's a lot of armor too, which is really nice against Lifestealer. Covers a lot of bases. And if he's got the Warlock heal, he doesn't really need that much passive heal from something like Hard Enemies. He can always go hard afterwards. Or maybe he can go like a Butterfly afterwards and just his illusions are just going to deal a crap load of damage. Maybe this is why he gets all the reality kills.
That's the one right there.
The next level.
Have you guys ever tried the 25 Spectre perk, the Haunt Illusion damage one?
No.
Couldn't tell. I skilled it. It was so bad.
Was it actually bad? I can see some games it being decent.
Like if you have like Diffusal, Manta, Butterfly, Scott, or something, yeah, it's probably good.
I don't play Spectre enough to actually get that
I feel
talent.
like that's the talent you get when you're so far ahead it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
like 9 times out of 10 of this version is just gonna get you more bang for your buck.
Because it's always useful.
Yeah.
One's like,
I'm taking 8% less damage and also dealing 8% more from that damage.
What a set of ability Spectre has for the late game.
do you go the dagger perks? Yes.
You're really into this.
I love these dagger perks. Yes. This is one other benefit of him having Scotty is that he doesn't feel bad about losing it, and it gives you a lot of int, which normally you wouldn't make use of, but now he has permanent dagger. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, you get the 20.
Yes.
Do you get the 20 slow?
It is permanent.
It's ridiculous, honestly.
It sounds good, but if you even run the smallest risk of dying, I think you have to take up.
It is alright. It's 40% movement speed. I've tried it. I've seen it played against an Ember Spirit before. He just can't remnant ever again, because every remnant is slow always. It's pretty cool. I don't necessarily say it's good against like Lifestealer, but if he's always 40% movement speed faster, it's kind of crazy. And his opponents they kind of have some like chain disabled problems, I would argue.
Oh, Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see the value of it. Like the movement speed portion alone, it's like having the AA vortex or whatever, just being able to fly everywhere.
And he might still go health at 20, honestly. It's possible he'll skip the dagger.
You gotta fortify them, their structures.
I think that's maybe why he's
Dire's
going
bottom
Scott,
tower's
so he
under
can get
attack.
talent and not have to worry about needing to slow.
Yeah, I can see that.
Run,
Oh,
Bambo.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They have spotted out near you. He's walked around on the sentry. They're not going to go for him. Top's being pushed in crazily.
Oh, he's actually split pushing basically. He's essentially a spear bearer. The Lifestealer.
He now has a BKB on the Mirana for any further action they take. It's actually still a 3k lead for Kingdra. A lot of that is coming from both the Lifestealer and the Mirana at this point.
You ever hear the phrase false lead?
Yes.
It's basically what they have right now.
That's what I figured. They they didn't use the Aegis either.
The Roguish was a nice touch. I do like the fact that they went, but if they're not able to do anything with this Aegis, like they can't take the last tier 2, they're not even really controlling the map at the moment. Sure, Singularity are a bit grouped, but it's not as if they're not able to get anything on their Spectre.
Bambo did just get a gem though, so all of these sentries on the map are about to become very dead on the bright side.
I'm wondering what they're gonna do to solve the Spectre problem later. Sometimes we've seen atomization like Silver Edge to try to deal with Spectre. Nullifier. That's the problem. You could maybe get it on Night Stalker actually, but I don't know if that feels good to do in this position. Maybe you just keep itemizing and racking up serious damage on the Lifestealer and try to take that route. A burning creep wave.
Nice smoke break.
They're gonna find the Night Stalker. If they lose this gem, that'd be a problem. He's gonna pop the pipe. He still has his Solar Crest to work with. They have the Impale. They miss it from here. He has the Infest he's looking for. They're trying to find Disrupt. He's gonna get back. He's glimmered up. They're gonna dust him now. Hawk comes in. That's dead. Makes a sad. RP onto 2. False Promise comes out immediately. He's gonna go for the TP, and that's really big if they can get him out, and they do. Can they continue to chase with jabs? Yule Scepter comes out with Mastermind. Jabs will try to get away. So they'll focus their attention to Bambo. Golem dropped down. They held onto it for a while. He's gonna hunt the night. He is slowed up by a Diffuser Blade. I believe that they just bought him. And that is the gem down. So 2 dead, RP used, gem picked up.
That was a nice fight to see the double daggers coming out from
Oh
Spectre.
boy, Dire's middle tower
Pretty
is
useful.
under attack.
15 talent.
I didn't notice it that much.
Huh?
I wasn't paying that specific attention to it, but it looked good.
If there's 2 Spectral daggers on the ground at once, it means he has the talent or Arcane Rune or Refresher, I guess. I don't think there's any other way. Oh, nice combo.
BKB, they're behind this Spectre. She's down for 54. Can they get Mikey as well? No RP. He's going to try to skew away. He takes Phoenix along with him. He's on the high ground. He can't get down. Mikey is dead. That's the gem back in favor of Kingdra. Now Stolen is going to have to TP away. He will do so successfully. Man, they got the gem back somehow.
How did they all fit on that hill?
It's a party up there. Good old times. Nice fight, though.
That was such a nice impale.
Makes up for his previous one. Burry's had a couple weird impales. They've always been like some weird cockeyed angles.
He had a couple of misfires.
That one was super good. And it really made things kind of worth it if you think about it. I mean, they basically traded RP for Oracle ulti and Lifestealer exiting the fight. They lost the gem, but their opponents kept pushing, and then they find this like crazy fight where they just didn't even have to worry about RP. Once I realized that, I was like, oh, this fight is easy. RP literally doesn't matter. Magnus is now worthless.
I end up getting 4 bounty runes for this. That's a 2k gold swing.
The dream. This Lifestealer and Mirana are starting to become an issue. Cancel is big when he pops BKB especially. Although fighting a Haunt and RP is kind of an impossibility.
Diffusely used.
Nice, what is it? 15-second cooldown. empowered. Mastermind is not. Arrow sails, misses. Roche back up in 15. They are contesting the Roche pit. I don't think they know that it's going to be up that quickly.
It makes sense.
Very short respawn time. It's like 8 minutes. It's technical the full respawn time. I believe.
Yeah, it makes sense. He's buying agility. Never mind.
False Promise comes out. Spectre's in. Oh, he actually got stunned while he was looking for the RP. They still get it on Charlie, but he actually already used his open wounds. False Promise is used on the cancel. He's going to heal up. There's the BKB coming out. The Haunt comes through to follow up. Jack's dead. They want to chase after cancel. He has one more leap available. The reality chases after you instead. The 3-man Impale keeps a couple of heroes alive, but not the Nyx Assassin. He will fall. Now do they back up into Roche is the question for Singularity. It looks like the answer is yes.
That would have been such a clean fight if they didn't get stunned on mag.
Yeah, he blinked into the arrow.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah,
I thought it was
he blinked into an arrow.
Yeah, sense.
He would have gotten the Marana as well, and that would have just been easy enough.
Do you think he buys BKB at some point for mag?
Right now it looks like he's going for the Yules.
Yeah.
Which
Thanks for the help, cancel.
I actually would prefer a Lotus, honestly. But...
Ooh, nice skewer back. He has the gem again. They're going to lose it. He died instantaneously.
Wow. Did they not see the gem? Oh, wait, there we go.
That is a nice combo. The skewer is often very difficult to land, but it's so easy with slide chains. There's no force staff on the Dire, right?
They don't
have a single one.
No, they don't.
So slide chains is a guaranteed setup for the blink skewer.
They don't even like Dragonlance or Hurricane Blade from Marana. Going mid style.
Yeah.
It's fine.
He's the only one who can break it. Well, Lifestealer can as well with Rage. Can break out of the chains, but any of the other three are just in trouble. Unless they have an instant Oracle Purge or something. That's tough.
Actually, I'm a bit surprised that the mag isn't going to... I think someone should. It's amazing against Kingdra's team.
Did he go it after this?
Well,
like he's already
buying,
Scepter.
if you're buying Yules, you don't buy both.
Okay, fair enough.
He has 3,100 health. It's so crazy.
Oh. They have found the Warlock, who has no mana for Golem. He does now. Alright, dead. Cancel, just destroyed him. RP's back up to 12. Ember's actually kind of in trouble. He's going to have to run it away. And he will do so. They are going to take contention over the Roche pit for Kingdra. They're holding on.
Don't know what Warlock was doing up there on it.
There's no Haunt, and RP just came off cooldown. Surprised that Kingdra forced it a bit.
Are they going to try to go? Mikey's thinking about it. They want like they want that skewer back combo, I think.
I feel like they could have committed there. Like, if Warlock's dead, I mean, maybe he has buyback, maybe he doesn't. RP was close off cooldown, but you know Haunt's down.
Yeah.
It's daytime, they don't have darkness, is probably why.
I would say that darkness is less important than Haunt in the grand scheme of the game.
Yeah.
The Spectre's going crit. Let's go.
With the item build that Lifestealer, or sorry, that Night Stalker has, he provides quite a lot during daytime. One of the upsides to itemizing like this is that the primary purpose of him is protecting his teammates.
They have found the Ember Spirit. He is silenced. He has Yules. He will use it. RP onto 2. The Haunt comes out. The False Promise immediately onto cancel. They want to bring down Dambo. They drop the gold. He will certainly fall here. Meanwhile, getting low is going to be the distract. They also bring the Warlock here. Charlie is shooting up the back line. This is still 3 dead. Cancel dies through the False Promise. Charlie is going to get chained up. Didn't TP out in time. The Rage wasn't there, and now he is in trouble as well. He'll try to run his invest down still for 20 seconds. He does have Rage available. He's going to use it, but I don't think it's going to do anything here. Not successful. It's all 5 dead for Kingdra. Singularity, clean house. They're going to take Roshan as well.
Losing a hero that gets Oracle ulted is pretty tough, actually. Didn't have any way to heal him. I mean, the Fatal Bonds must have done a huge amount of damage there. But it's like, it felt like the first fight that Warlock actually got to do something to me. But Spectre Haunt.
Alright.
It was a plan, wasn't it? To get full mana.
They saw
Delivered a bunch of goodies to the
just dying to stuff, and we're like, I guess this is how you do it.
Okay.
Okay.
That clap damage? I mean, Roche damage did get buffed, so people are just making mistakes. But
I'm not gonna.
He got bashed and died, but he should have been tanking in the first place when they have a Magnus with Crimson Guard.
Yeah.
Should just be.
Wait, you're telling me the 15 armor, 3200 health hero should be tanking?
I don't know. It's just
that sounds unbelievable to me.
You just feel like an MMO player trying to min-max.
Yeah.
Who does that?
Who does that?
Lame. Well, I mean, this is kind of. It's still really early. It's like 30 minutes in, but you can see the tides turning. Spectre late game, Ember Spirit late game. You know, the Mirana's starting to slow down a little bit. She's used her BKB numerous times, down to 7 seconds. If they kill the Oracle, the fight goes drastically worse for Kingdra.
Yeah, and now is when it gets scary, because Spectre can actually just haunt reality on Oracle, drop his Manta, purge him, and then he can jump on another target. The Manta illusions are going to destroy this Oracle and force him to use a defensive false promise. He actually might have to stay there with his primary hero for a little bit, but if he does it very well, he can maybe select 2 different targets.
Oh, he can definitely kill that Oracle if he doesn't false promise.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was more if how long he needs to keep the real Spectre there.
Ah, okay.
Because if he diffusals him, the Oracle can just purge it off with Q and run away. So he has to actually stick on him with the dagger.
He went the hell town, by the way, in the Spectre.
Yeah, for sure. It's I don't know if I will ever. I don't think I've ever seen the other time selected by anyone at any point.
I think giving up 8 stats is probably alright. But yeah, 500 health.
500 health
is a lot.
Insane.
Especially when you go to agi build like this, you really need the perks to make up for the lack of raw health.
Really sold me on the Spectral Dagger talents, plural.
I think the slow against a life, I think the slow is not that important. But
yeah,
different game, maybe it would be worse.
I'm just joshing. So is this next assassin.
If he's against an Ember, genuinely like the slow is really good.
They will try to put. They have double siege bottom with a couple of illusions. Come back and defend if you're singular. I know you have like Aegis G's, you want to high ground.
This is honestly quite a hard defense.
Dire's top tower's under attack.
This is Aegis and Haunts.
Oh,
There's no next Spectre.
That's Glyph. Double Glyph. Is anybody going to go back? They're going to just try to trade this.
I think they're hoping that Spectre will go back, then they can solo kill him, and then he would be able. That would have been good for them. But this is not all bad, I guess.
They're taking racks. At this point, he's going to be afraid.
Top barracks are getting attacked.
Yeah, they're trading.
I would not be happy with this if I were Radiant.
They're going to try to get 2. There's no tier 2, or there's tier 2 mid, so they can get 2 for Kingdra.
Good news. I'm starting to be happy with it without Radiant.
Yeah. I don't know if they needed to trade racks away.
No, I don't think they did.
No, well, they had tier 2 mid, so the trade will ultimately end up still favoring.
Yeah.
Even if it wasn't like perfect.
Haunt comes out, they kind of mistimed it. They like baited out Golem Rock, they stopped using it, and then the Haunt came in right after, and so they don't actually end up doing anything with it. Well, alright then.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Come on, get.
That was still like best case scenario. I think you don't want to actually take a team fight.
Hey, he did buy BKB.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Hey, wait, you'll BKB.
Plus 12.
He has actually so much armor.
What?
Buy an AC next for good measure. Just why not?
Buy a heart. 5k health.
There we go.
Let's go.
I mean, he's practically unkillable now as it is. I mean, I guess he is unkillable. I don't say practically. Well, I don't know. I guess if he gets caught by a cancel on Charlie. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. He's very tanky.
Yeah. Go Nullifier on Lifestealer. Like the Halberd pickup.
I'll see you later, Shrek. You will maybe you can force some stuff out of this situation. They're going. They're going to turn it around. Maybe not see you later. That is a dead Nyx assassin. We're going to go on. Finally, they hit him. Now they're looking for Bambro. That's another gem, or the same gem. I'm not sure which, but he's going to lose it regardless.
Morty. He's
stood still. Spectre ran away. It's about showing off who's cooler. I don't need to be here. The Spectre runs bottom. And their wave is pushing in. But they've got a pretty good wave top, courtesy of Charlie. So this is definitely going to force a rotation back from the Radiant.
So another 2-3.
They should just not let this happen.
What's going on?
Why?
Is it screw it? I get what? They're going to lose another Rex.
Yeah, okay. So their idea is they can't mega, right? Because they have a tier 2 mid, so even if he takes that, they're just banking on the push ending the game. If it doesn't end the game, then it was just a mistake.
What's the matter with you? You just
Blaze is gone.
Okay, it was a mistake.
And they're back.
Hack it in, boys.
It's just when you have the better late game team, you're in the better position, you have Aegis, you have all these advantages. You can just TP back the Spectre, start messing with the guys bottom. You can always haunt back to your team if you need to take the fight. And they're not going to kill you in your own base when you have Aegis and Manta. Spectre can defend and the other heroes can push.
Yeah, it was definitely a misplay. I thought they would commit really hard because that's the only thing that would make sense. If you're going to sit there and let your tier 3 get attacked and you just end the game because you know that the enemy lifestealer can't physically mega you. It just can't happen. But yeah, with them just kind of like hesitating and sitting around, it just ends up being...
But can he mentally mega you?
No. Just a lifestealer. It's like game Spectre mag.
There's no mental 8 gaming in that situation.
Then catch the right heroes. Look to the north a little bit. They're smoking.
That's a Mask of Madness Mirana, by the way. Cancel is all in.
She just bought it, didn't she, too?
He's gonna make Butterfly with probably Satanic, I guess, so it's a temporary thing.
Double damage Spectre bottled. They have everything ready except Golem.
They just need to find the fight. They need to find an avenue to take the initiative. That's all they're really looking for right now.
If 5-on-5 breaks out now, the game should end.
Yes.
The Dire side need to try to avoid this happening. They need to try to find someone split off from his team or force them back by pushing.
They almost have the Nullifier on Charlie, which is...
The price
who you use? You go on Ember Spirit?
You can go on Spectre with it.
Yeah.
If, like, if you can't Manta your open wounds, catch him in a stun with a Nullifier, he could die.
They're gonna try to go. Ember Spirit has been caught. They're looking for an RP. He misses it, and they're gonna infest inside. He's in the siege group right now, light flares anyway. Ember will pop the BKB, they'll flash that critical succession and dies immediately. Taunt, I think, was just used. It was. Charlie's gonna jump out looking for the Ember Spirit. RP comes in. It's only a defensive RP to keep the Ember Spirit alive. Dust comes out, the Purifying Flame will attract who will fall. Stolen is going to get impaled, so they'll lose both supports here for Singularity. And they don't get that much return. Was it just the Nyx buyback, I believe?
Yeah.
And they're going to lose Mikey in the end again. Looks like.
We'll
nice
see.
Hunter in the night. That's true, he's very tanky. No BKB, no TP.
Got the Halberd proc, the main.
This will take a year and a half. We're getting there. Almost done.
Keep procking.
You get there. I believe in you. There you go.
Beautiful. So why did that fight go so well? I mean, the RP only hit like one guy, right? It hit Lifestealer while he was raged, and they were all running away.
Wait, can they do anything with this? No.
There were a lot of things that went wrong for the Radiant in that fight, and that's why they lost it. The RP only caught the Lifestealer, who they couldn't kill because he caught him way too late. They kind of threw away the Haunt. They didn't have Golem. And Ember Spirit almost died before the fight began, so they had the BKB and run around with 1/5 health. I think the way you do this is just you empower the Spectre and you let her hit the tower. And for the Dire to kill Spectre, they need to all in her, like use absolutely everything and then you buy back Haunt. But instead they let the Ember stand in front, and if he can get caught, you know, there's always the risk for a stun into arrow combo. If it wasn't for that 4-step, he would have just died on the spot, actually.
Yeah.
This is a bit sloppy from Singularity. I don't think this is their best showing or their best performance. If they played like this, I'm surprised they were able to take a game off Blinkpool. But they did have a 5th pick Brood, so maybe the game was easy, but I know they can play a lot better than this. They might be a little bit nervous with what's at stake here.
Yeah.
What's on the line. Generally, their teamfight execution as a team is pretty good.
They've played pretty well. The base mishaps have been unfortunate for Singularity. Kingdra are staying in this game. The Miranda is the highest level hero in the game and 3rd highest net worth. She just finished a Butterfly.
Starting to hit hard.
Yeah, I mean, Moonlight Shadow cooldown, multi-shot, Sacred Arrow cool. I mean, even with the change to the Moonlight Shadow, doesn't that seem still really good?
The Moonlight Shadow cooldown is insane.
Yeah.
That talent is so good. After Moonlight Shadow started giving move speed as well, it's plus 15% move speed to your whole team, almost permanent.
Oh, I didn't know it gave move
I've seen a couple SEA games where they go Sacred Arrows.
It's 15%, right?
Yeah.
I feel like the arrows is better here, just because there's so many like hard to kill teamfight initiators on the enemy team. Like if you land an arrow on like a mag and plus one other hero, it just feels like that's your best chance to fight. But maybe I'm wrong here.
Well, he's still.
I just think that it's one of those choices that it won't really affect the outcome of the game. Because sure, having Moonlight show up a lot of the time is very nice, but obviously there's going to be detection and there's been gems flying around the entire game, so I don't think that like the Moonlight is really going to be the make or break.
The movement speed is nice.
Yeah, the movement speed is the biggest benefit of that talent, honestly.
But the yeah, I'm fine with either talent, honestly. If he can get a great multi-shot arrow, the way these fights have been going so far has been pretty chaotic and a lot of movement back and forth. So a multi-shot arrow could definitely land on 2 targets.
Maybe 2 reality illusions.
Yeah.
I mean, it might honestly be a better talent this game because of how the fights are playing out. To get the Sacred Arrow multi-shot.
And like Vision too, if your opponents are retreating.
Yeah.
Just...
Oh, they still have the cheese from that last Roche attempt for Singularity, and Roche is up now.
You know, that's actually one hero that I feel like whose the net worth hasn't really increased that much since Embers.
He's still a little behind.
It's slowed down quite a bit. Maybe it's because he's probably scared to push because of Nyx, perhaps.
Yeah,
not split pushing
the
as
Nyx
much.
pressures that Heroes game so hard. You can't really sit in a side lane even with the BKB because what ends up happening is he carapace stuns you with your Flame Guard or off of like a Maelstrom proc or something, and then you just end up dying. I probably would have preferred him buying an Aeon disc over, because I feel like that solves your ability to sit in a side lane problem better than a BKB does.
I agree.
He's going Lickets for next 2.
Although I will say that probably for the overall engagement, BKB works better. But if he can't play his game because he doesn't have Aeon, then
Alright, we're gonna have to wait here a little bit. There are some lag issues for, I believe, Singularity. Little Shrek called it out, so...
Can we look at some talents on
Yes,
random heroes
we
that
sure
normally
can.
I wouldn't bother asking you for?
Okay,
let's go through them.
Here's, let's start with the Warlock then. Here you go.
Nothing weird there.
No, pretty normal. Here's the Shrek.
Weird there,
Great
really.
stuff.
Oh, he took the mana.
Oh.
Got True Strike. Definitely very good this game. It's Life Stealer and stuff.
We already saw the Spectre. Mag we already saw.
Just literally all survivability.
Night Stalker, as you would expect.
Common trend here. And
lots of HP.
Yeah. Evasion for Life Stealer. Hey, look, we made it through, guys.
Nice.
Good fill.
Oh, do we get to Oracle?
What Nyx get?
Yeah, we didn't get Nyx Oracle.
Oh, you know what? You really want me to...
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Those are like the 2 I actually most interested in. Oh, you want movement speed? Okay.
And GPN.
Over the cast range, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess he has a blink dagger, and he's the...
Comforting
If he's out of range with Blink Lens, he messed up.
Yeah, that's like the whole map.
Well, he's gonna get hit by a Haunt.
Was his GPM talent always 120
They just... It used
okay,
to be
they
90.
did patch it. Okay.
Here is a fight potentially breaking out. Just kidding. They did not find Bambo. They did, however, find Biryu. They have the... I believe on the Magnus. He's not currently at the engagement, although he's about to be.
Got the arrow on a...
They saw the Night Stalker flying uphill with the counter tonight. They have caught the Searing Chains. Skewer back. That's maybe the gem. That is almost certainly the gem.
You know, this keeps...
It's a killing spree over
I
here.
don't blame him for it happening, but you guys mentioned a 4-star for that. It really would save his life so many times.
Just reminds me of Eric face.
The primary problem is that they're not playing together. He was completely fragmented away from his team, so...
They're gonna try to fight this.
Singlarity's base is
Pushing mid, yeah.
Crushed by Great.
Cancel's just gonna walk in, drop his Manta, and just go to work. Here comes the Haunt, though. Mikey still has the RP. He's trying to find any target he can. They want to kill Jabs. He's not dead yet, though. He's not going to reality in. Instead, they're going to look for the next assassin. So they still have the ultimate from the False Promise, I believe. They do. Cancel just soloed the Lishrak. Lishrak fights back. They will take Aegis and Cheese. They'll continue the pressure. Bambo will try to hunt her in the night. He won't be able to move. He's chained up. And there's the promise, but I don't see him getting out of this, really. And they're going to RP Jabs as well, which is a little aggressive. Golem dropped down, and they're going to clean house here. False Promise is done. 3 dead. Mirana did get haunted on. I think that was the Refresher Shard, actually. It must have been.
It was, yeah. So what happened was, I think the Spectre was trying to swap his inventory slots and gave the Manta to the Magnus somehow.
Nice.
Yeah, he just gave it back. Okay. So yeah, he had the Refresher Shard on him.
That is unfortunate. Well, they take 3. They get the gem back at the beginning of all of that. They kill the Jabs Oracle.
Was Lifestealer there in that fight at all?
No.
Like at any point?
I don't think so.
They're top barracks.
Remember him being there.
That range barracks.
They're actually just taking the base so hard, though. BKB for cancel. He is just looking to kill his Lishrak, but he's fine.
He's getting top racks.
Yeah, he's gonna get this melee racks.
How is this happening?
Dyer's middle barracks are getting
Yeah, he
didn't have the range barracks.
The Ember does not have
Dyer's
bots
middle barracks
or a TP scroll in the zone.
disappeared.
This game's getting interesting.
Yeah, Warlock's TP was cool. Leshrak I think was dead. Spectre couldn't TP because his TP wasn't in his attack.
Alright, we just saw like 2 different. Okay, one of them is Mirana, but Mikey got bots.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Sin. This is definitely not their strongest shot. I mean, they should be in a very dominant position, and they just won a Roshan fight with forcing a buyback out of Bambo, and they lost a melee Rax.
The problem here is that you're starting to see the aftermath of what it matters, how much it matters that they lose this bottom lane of Rax early when they trade. Because the winning team has to go and defend this lane all the time. And They could have stayed ahead, taken a lane of Rax while defending their own, most likely. But instead they open this little door in for Kingdra, and Lifestealer's just playing on the opposite side of the auto-pushing lane all the time. So they end up needing to defend a decent amount. And, well, at some point, if you make a misstep, you don't have your TPs ready, you can lose a Rax on the other side.
And look at how farmed this Lifestealer is now. He's got the Orchid Nullifier combo.
Been hitting a lot of creeps. His team has been dying in team fights.
And he got a free invis, so he could definitely get a kill right now if the enemy team groups at all.
Yeah.
I'm surprised with how late this game is that more people aren't 25 yet. Spectre went.
Not fighting. He did it.
He went the Haunt Illusion damage.
He's got a Daedalus though and a lot of agility items.
Yeah, he went the Haunt Illusion damage.
His illusions are hitting for 160, and they're also going to be crit. So.
Marana went for the Moonlight Shadow cooldown, so still pretty good.
So what I've discovered from this game is that both teams hate their base.
Yeah. Looks like it. They have Aegis on Spectre. There's the range BKB from Mikey. That's a 3-man army. They're going to haunt it up. They're going to use the shockwave. Got the slightest fist. Everybody is dying at this point. Charlie has to run. They've got the heads up. They've dropped down the Night Stalker. They'll be as well. Buyback coming in on it too, like the Nyx as well as the other support. They will drop Charlie down. He's forced. Buyback cancel. The False Promise is now done. He's forced to run away. The sleight of fist coming in doing even more damage. And he's done so. He's going to have to buy back. Everybody is buying back for Kingdra, and it still might not be enough to save their base, but it looks like they will push them back for now. They literally used 4 buybacks, almost 5 if they had one for Bambo, if they don't. There's Vex coming back in. They want to bring down Charlie again. False Promise is back up though, so he should be fine. The Aegis is there. Cheese comes out. Now the Nullifier up onto Magnus trying to get away. Should be fine, not taking that much damage, although he does take an arrow, but they can't strip out of the base anyway. Charlie is full HP after that False Promise, but now that it's down and they're going to work. Look at the Spectre, look at the Ember doing the damage. He can try to get it off, and he will, and a good Fortune's End might actually save his life. They just need 2 off attacks. He healed off because he was in this. The Moonlight Shadow, they didn't have detection. Might be a bit close enough, it doesn't look like. But it's still Megas, and a lot of buybacks for Singularity.
Radiant's got a bunch of Mega creeps.
Well, that's a lot of gold loss, but they're only down 8k, and we do know that Singularity does not defend their base, so it could be even.
We're just called Defense of the Ancients, not Defense of the Barracks, okay? Just gotta hold the Ancients.
Only one building matters.
The ones near the bounty runes.
I mean, they took Megas. They are 9k up. But,
and they have superior late game and team fight.
Exactly.
I think they're gonna win, but it could happen.
Let's not rule out the possibility.
How many buybacks do they?
They have 4 of them. And who cares about the low practice?
It's the only way they lose the game is that they die without buyback. Pretty much.
That would be a colossal throw.
It is fun to see Spectre go a different build though, like skipping Radiant.
I've seen a lot of Spectres start doing this more now, going this like auto attack, Manta defusal build.
Even without Magnus, it's just nice because when you go into a fight, you're not just like this one, basically just pull down with Radiance Burn. You do so much damage.
Yep.
It's just a defusal blade. If you isolate that hero, that they die in seconds.
Radiance still nice this game. Fatal bonds.
You still like it against Nyx? Because I feel like you just end up getting stunned every fight.
Good point.
Yeah, but I think you're gonna end up getting stunned anyway, right? Nyx can just put Carapace on it if you want, and you get Carapace stunned from the Dispersion anyway. And
then you also have to play the same game as Ember does if you have the Radiance, where you can't really leave it on in a side lane if you push it, because then the Nyx
That is true. He leaves himself susceptible to the. It might be the reason he didn't go for it. He might also feel like, okay, you know what, they counterpicked me, the solution that they have to me is Lifestealer, I want to be able to take that man fight, and Radiance does not offer me anything compared to raw stats and crit.
I kind of would have liked in that like line of thinking that he just Missile Blade at some point, but maybe he feels like he just wants the raw damage and attack speed.
I think his team has enough damage already, or disable already.
Yeah, Mikey's been really good about landing his. I thought with Night Stalker and like Ether Lens on Oracle that he might have a hard time getting in and wants, but he's still played it very well.
It just comes down to one fight now. That's all they really need to do. One big RP and they just win the game out right for Singularity.
What, another Mask of Madness?
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Fine. Not that much physical damage, so.
Manta.
The most possible.
Uh-oh. That's my Golem though to turn it around. There's the RP turn. That's going to be 2. And cancel. Well, Promise will not save him. I'm almost sure of it. Both supports are dead. Meanwhile, this Spectre is used to around his back lines. He's going to get nullified, to be fair, and he is probably going to die. The rest of the heroes are dying elsewhere. Cancel's dead with that buyback for 2 minutes now. Mastermind has started to go to work. That's going to be Dambo that is dead, and it's just Charlie. That's GG. So, Singularity, despite some interesting plays they made for the base, overall they did play well enough to take this game to take this victory. Kings are now go down 0-3 in the qualifiers.
Certainly a much better showing from King where that came from. But there was certainly a lot of sloppiness on both sides, I think.
I'm not sure if Singularity played better. I just think
Time to go!
Radiant team ban.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with them. They look more like Horsey and less like Kingdra this qualifier. No.
Oh,
they look more like Horsey and less like Kingdra. Yeah, like Horsey, like King. God. Yeah. You understand my joke at least, right? You know Pokemons? Yeah, alright. What? I actually like Digimon a lot better. Like the first season, man. The first season. I remember that Digimon dying. I can't remember which one. Engemon or someone like that.
Come on,
Dude, my heart shattered. I'm still scarred. I'm a grown man and I'm still scarred when that guy died. But he did revive and he beat those. Yeah, first time watching Digimon. Good luck with that.
You really got to pick a hero. You got 10 seconds left. Yeah, 5 seconds left now.
Yeah, you continue. I'm tweeting about this game. Just continue. Comment.
Come on, Radiant team, you gotta pick them right.
No, like these bans are just perfect, and this pick is just perfect. The Skyrat is just a strong hero currently in the meta, and it's kind of. Warlock isn't banned. We'll see if OG snatches that. They really like it on Big Daddy, not Tail. He likes to play that hero, and it's so good versus Skyrat because you can lane against him and completely mitigate his power with the Shadow Word. Skyrat, he likes to Arcane Bolt you, and if you're... Oh, they're gonna go for Bloodseeker instead. Alright. And the Witch Doctor.
Dire team, pick him up, pick him out.
It serves the same purpose, kinda. I guess Big Daddy was kind of in a mood for Witch Doctor instead of Warlock, so... But it's a similar thing, because Witch Doctor just uses his heal right now. That's how it's played. It's not about the Maledict cask like it was before, but about the healing power of his that he brings to the lane. So.
Moron. 5 seconds, Morty. It'll be fine.
Yeah, back in those days, Maledict... Yeah, back in those days, Maledict did not have, like, 50 seconds cooldown. Oh, of course. Alright, I finally finished my tweet. There we go. Now I can cast. I was writing it with crayons, yeah. That's it. I have one of those things in which you have to draw it in, and then it kind of tries to recognize what you wrote, you know?
Woo, Radiant team
It couldn't recognize the killer pigeon. It was always giving me killer penguin for some reason, so you know. Is this I mean,
team ban.
I was 12 and 2 Z's were cool, man. 2 Z's were cool. Ban. 2 Z's were cool, I'm sorry. Especially if one Z is lowercase and the other is uppercase, so excuse me, I'm gonna stay by my 12-year-old decisions.
You really gotta pick a hero. You got 10 seconds left.
You better pick your hero. 5
At least
seconds.
I'm not the goddamn pigeon. Undying. Oh yeah, baby. I was waiting for this pick. I haven't seen it in like... No, actually I saw it the last game. Oh wait, the game before? Oh yeah, and the game before. Actually, it's been in every game so far today. Wow. Wow, guys, Undying. Apparently a strong hero. In this dual lane scenarios, who could have ever imagined? Comes up close to you, decays you, takes your strength away, hits you with it, soul rips you, presses one button and casts a tomb in the team fight, and that's all he has to do. Nice hero. Good stuff.
Dire team pick.
Yeah, Pagna. We have a lot of push here coming from him. That's nice. So we have this. It's decent versus Skyrat, by the way, as well. The way the ward works, the nether ward.
5 seconds, Morty.
We have that option as well for OG. And yeah, overall, I like this. Pagna and Bloodseeker. You can Blood Rage her as well for some extra damage, for an even stronger push. You got banned? Can we, no, no. No links allowed. Killer Pigeon, warning. What were you trying to share even? Oh yeah, the Berlin, the ESL, yeah. Oh, the piggyback, yeah. I'm always carrying him, guys. It's just the way it is, it seems. Alright, that's true. Like, he's carrying in these casts, let's be honest. But outside, when he's old and his legs don't work anymore.
Come on, Radiant team, you gotta pick him right.
Yeah.
Lina.
And we have the Lina. Yep, there we go. We have this. Such a strange draft, by the way. We have never seen these G heroes today, right?
Radiant team ban.
Tiny. What? All right. It's yeah. The sexy bamboo. It's offline Tiny. It's sexy bamboo Tiny. He really loves that hero, so I guess it's that.
Man, Rick,
I can't imagine it being anything else. I can't imagine anyone wanting to play
you
Tiny on their position 1. It's alright versus Bloodseeker and Pagna though. Like, if the thing is, hero is versus these heroes, the hero is alright, but overall the hero isn't really great in his. Like, he's not really great in the meta right now. I have the same feeling for quite a few heroes, like Arc Warden also. The hero is in the meta, but the hero isn't strong enough. Meepo as well. The hero definitely works versus... Like, look at all these heroes in duo lanes. Like, they're usually all single target damage, right? Like Skyrats and all these heroes. Yeah, if you, I heard something about some macros. I don't know.
Oh, Dire team ban.
All right. You sure? You like, if only we could find such a person. That's a Meepo expert. If only you had a co-caster that was like #1 Meepo on Dota for like 2 years or something straight. If only you. Yeah. I'm done. I'm done. End me. Yeah, whatever. It was with Bulldog and we had fun. That's all that mattered. And we have a Spectre. We got all the runes, man. That's what mattered. We got the runes. No, I like their draft actually. Like, the only thing that's kind of weird for me, funky, they added a little bit of spice with this Tiny, but overall, like, I like their draft. It's all right. So yeah, overall. Yeah, that's true. What do you think? Are they going to be able to win this time? Because I actually feel that they have a strong draft if they finish like fast enough. Yeah. We just have to see this last pick. Is this Clockwork gonna be position 4 Jerax, or is it gonna be some offlane hero for? We'll see. And it's Centaur. All right.
Hey, choose your hero.
Clockwork.
I mean, it came back into the meta, honestly. Like it's Charlie Spectre, whatever. The Centaur. I'm kidding. By the way, the Centaur. It's been coming back into the meta, like, and the hero is all right, I think. Yeah, like. Can we just take a moment? Can we just take a moment and forget about what's important and just look at their sets? Like, they look so cool, all of them. Like, look at this. Look at the Centaur set. Look at this Witch Doctor, this Bloodseeker. Okay, Thompson, whatever. Yeah, he can carry. It looks actually like the green ooze. It looks like Thompson jump out of it, you know? Like, he can sit in there and just get carried. So, what's your prediction? Who's gonna take this one?
Why aren't they doing anything? They're just standing
No, you
around.
don't.
Relax,
No, you don't
Morty.
like their draft. It's just because Kingdra has been losing everything. Be honest. No, not at all.
Rattle them, yeah.
No,
Anyone miss me?
yeah, they have a decent draft, and they have the Pugna versus Lina as well, and like actually I have to disagree just a tad bit, because with Spectre you have many different item choices. You don't have to go for that Radiance and be completely irrelevant for 20 minutes. You can go for like Aquila Urn,
30 seconds to game
Blade
start.
Mail. Those items are all possible, you know, and they're all right in this game. So Charlie can decide to be more active early on. We'll see if he's gonna be more active or just useless like in my pubs. Also, the Lina is like, I'm kidding, he's great, like he's awesome. Like, I won all my pubs with him recently. He's improved so much. He's an awesome player. On my team, he's good, he's good. Yeah. Yep, his Pugna is actually... yep, you just deny the creeps that way, but it's not really easy versus cancels Lina. He's gonna have the nuke to deal with that, you know? Yeah, you can... Oh, did he mess up with the block? Yeah, he messed up with the block a bit, so he's gonna actually... yeah, he's gonna push with that. So it's not gonna even matter that much. Wait, what are they actually trialing? Yeah, they decided to trialing this lane. I mean, I kind of feel that Kingdra's trialing is a bit stronger here. They do have the Skyrat. I mean, I don't feel, I know that they are stronger. They have the Skyrat and the Undying, but it's all about these small little plays. If they get pushed out like this and they waste all of their mana, it's not really optimal, but overall, they should win this lane if it stays like this. Yep. He got pushed out again, like, yeah, I don't know, I think that maybe that's what happened. I think they actually killed one so fast that he got hit by the second one as well.
Oh, Dire's carrier just got killed.
Dire's courier? Where? What? Where? How'd that happen? Mid, I suppose, or what?
No. Oh, did I do that?
On top lane? Witch Doctor, Big Daddy. He's low, but he has sticks, yeah. What we talked about, yeah, this Voodoo restoration is just so strong. He has sticks though.
Blood has been spilled, Sporty, for the first time in this game.
Its wind shall not thirst for long.
It's so weird, like you wouldn't expect them to lose this tri lane. Like on paper they have the stronger heroes, but it's just not the case. If like on these levels, yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Is he dead again? No. I think it was just about positioning, and what happened is Jab's decay, it was running out, so he was losing stacks, and he couldn't get new ones because of the nutrition that you were talking about. He did not have enough clarities, mangoes or whatever to heal up. Anna? Nice, Charlie. Batista dies.
It's a killing spree over here.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh, jeez, he's dominating.
Double kill.
It feels so bad for them on this lane. Actually, it's not the lane that they should be losing this hard, but yeah, and he's 6-5 versus Topson 16-7, so it's not really going great for Cancel on mid either. Oh, what?
Deepest thanks.
No, definitely. Like, you shouldn't underestimate Sexy Bumble Stein. It's one of his favorite heroes. He plays ball, and the hero is kind of out of the meta, and that's always what happens. It surprises you, you know, when the hero stops being played so much. When someone picks it, some spammer picks it, he starts surprising people with I don't know, with bursts of damage. Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
You're only making it worse.
Not in ages, definitely. Witch Doctor? Are they getting him? Yeah. The sticks?
Mega kill.
Oh god.
He just mega killed.
Fade away.
He's stealing your eye.
They just completely destroy his lane even harder. He just got ganked too, so it's gonna... Yeah, he's not having a fun time on mid, definitely. Yeah, Jabs is just out of range. This dagger is gonna slow him in further. They're gonna shrine up and move top together. It's looking very grim for King Ryan. Like, look at this Spectre, she has only 8 CS. It's not going great.
Try again.
You never know, maybe Bamboo starts rotating and... Yeah, like... You're completely right. If this guy gets... If Bamboo gets his dagger very fast, he can do a lot on this map. Anna? Nope. Nope. Yeah. His Big Daddy right there next to him, healing him up, so he's fine. He has clarities and quick buy as well, and they go on.
feed the flayed twins.
Regeneration.
Yeah, I think like this isn't the rotation that I was thinking about, unless they manage to get something out of it right now. Alright, he's spotted. It's very hard. And the problem is, he had the only lane. There we go. Thompson. Nice. Yeah, finally. They got Ana though, and that means this Bambo's rotation did not go in vain. So he's gonna feel a lot better about this right now. And I was afraid that he's gonna rotate and accomplish nothing. And that did happen at the start, but mid? Yeah, that's definitely worth it for OG. Like just losing Jeraxes, and the mid tower might even fall, yeah. He's not having fun. He's definitely not having fun. He's like, guys, I'm done with top. I'm gonna go bottom, but yeah, you know, like, I mean, is it any better down here? Like on top, you have a level 5 Bloodseeker. On bottom, you have a level 7 Centaur, and he's gonna welcome him with like his arms wide open. Yeah. They realize that they definitely want Thompson. And nice. Oh, they're gonna get. They could get Hawk as well.
Not gonna happen.
He can be tossed on him. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, the clock move was kind of awkward. He moved in way too deep versus all 4 of them.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack!
I mean, you got that right, definitely, but at least Charlie is getting something. Like, he has only 19 CS right now.
40 killing spree. Looks like dire structures are fortified.
You know what? I actually love this tiny. I'm just enjoying this tiny pick more and more. Like
Dire's middle tower's under attack.
We haven't seen it in ages, but it just popped up, right? And I think it's so good. Yeah. Exactly. And all these heroes, they are pretty squishy, like without any items. Like Pogna, he's sitting on 900 HP. He can almost get one-shotted by Tiny. So.
Double damage. What have we here?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Definitely. And he can make space, like he has to though. Like they lost 2 lanes, he has to be the one making space, and so far he's been doing really well. Can he continue though? That's the question. If he manages to create more space, yeah.
They're going after Dire's bottom tower.
Oh man, this guy's dominating!
Ownage. Oh great, Dire's bottom tower just got destroyed.
Yeah, but Undying is coming in. Are they gonna let them just port in and do nothing? That's the question.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. That force field leads me to believe that Dire fortified their structure.
So they ward up top, but Biryu, he has no mana on his Kyrat mage, so he's just gonna fall back. And finally Thompson has a port. His inventory, it's on cooldown though, so he cannot connect anywhere. Charlie? He's fine. Yeah. They see him though. Alright, they don't see him. They saw him for a moment and Thompson was running in, so he might have cleaned it up. Yeah.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, that's pretty much all he's gonna do right now. He's gonna go from one tower to another and try to make pickoffs. At the same time, I really like this from Kingdra actually. Like, they're not trying to go top, they're not trying to commit this tower, to commit on defending that tower. Instead, what they're doing, they're smoking up and behind bottom, where their strongest hero is, and that's this Tiny. So they're kinda connecting to him. Apparently, they won't try. Rupture.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Just go to the... Nice. That's it. Yeah, meanwhile, Topson is just pushing top, and Lina is pushing bottom, so they're making some trades. I think this is what Kingdra needs to do. On mid lane though, Bumbo, he doesn't see him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
He
attack.
does see him.
Double kill. Tower is under attack. Killing 3. Whoa!
Bravo, Kingdra. They did this so well. Like, it's exactly what they need to do. They need to abuse the Tiny to the maximum, use his spells. Yeah, Spectre did die, but it doesn't really matter too much. He has no farm anyhow, so just going in. As long as he joins the fight and gets some experience from it and wins the team fight with his team, it doesn't really matter. I can see them winning this game easily if it goes super late. I mean, it's Spectre, Lina, Tiny. It's not like, yeah, it's definitely the